following presentation of the National Football League.
7-2 Eagles, 6-3 Lions on this windy night in South Philadelphia. Could be Barkley trying to find that 2024 form. A moment ago, he spoke with our Melissa Stark.
Last week in Green Bay, when the offense was held to just
All right.
points. What's the key to finding a rhythm?
Just continue to trust each other, trust the system.
Steven, what's going on, man? Hope your Sunday was well. Well? Good? Hope it was well. What am I saying? All right, let me social this bitch out real quick, so just bear with me. They're just interviewing Saquon Barkley right now. Oh, where is it? I guess I gotta switch accounts. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then share. Crazy how these two teams have not met until this time. Like, since they both have gotten good. And then, sorry, I know this is thrilling to all of you, but I can't like social out until it is actually live. So, and then, share. All right, kickoff. No return. Big surprise. All right, let me set up TikTok now. Live Eagles versus Lions. And then we should be all right. Finally set up. Put that right there. Okay. All right, we're good. We're finally good. Go Birds. Go Birds. Thank God Cam Jurgens is back. I can't take Brett Toth anymore. Like, I can't take him. He's so bad. Sure, he's a great guy. Apparently, he's really good at Call of Duty. He's just not good at football. Oh, Devontae Smith, did he get? No, he did not. It's a rare drop by Devontae Smith. I feel like this could be a big A.J. Brown game. It's good. I mean, because the Lions have most of their – I think their secondary is like really, really banged up. Oh, I know it's banged up, but – all right, second 10. What the fuck? Another drop. This time by Goddard. They should be like move. And then the problem too is they're scripted plays they usually do all right with. And now they're dropping the scripted plays. Anyway. All right, 3rd and 10. Middle of the field is wide open. Did he catch it? Yeah, A.J. Brown got it. All right, first down. They just have completely ignored A.J. Brown over the middle. Like, We just don't do it anymore. Middle of the field is wide open, and it's like, all right, just go straight, cut back. It's never like they just don't do slant routes. It's really infuriating. My TikTok's blowing up right now. I have 0 people that have joined. I did get invited to co-host, but I'm not going to do that. I don't know that person. Lane Johnson against Aiden Hutchinson is going to be fun. Did he catch that? No, he didn't. Damn, that was a hell of a throw. But it's gonna come back because Lane Johnson's gonna get hit with a flag. I'll tell you, Jalen Hurts looks really good early on. Like, he's putting the ball on the money. Damn, you don't see Lane Johnson get beat that badly too often, and he got beat bad. Woody for DK. I don't know what that means. Woody for DK. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. So I'm not very good at fantasy this year. I'm real bad. I guess it depends on your backup running backs. I'm not a huge fan of like Aaron Rodgers' failure to make Garrett Wilson an elite wide receiver last year. I wasn't really high on DK Metcalf coming into the season. And then it goes back to like how many games are the Texans going to be up where they're kind of running the ball to kill clock, and I probably have Bijan, DeAndre Swift. Well, then yeah, I mean make it. Even though DeAndre Swift has got a touchdown merchant in his room. That Kevin Manon guy, whatever guy, he'll get like 4 touches and one of them will be a touchdown. I have unequivocally the worst receiving. I came into the season with the worst receiving core ever in league history. This is our 20th year. And if it wasn't for Jackson Smith and Jigba, I didn't have a 2nd-round pick. I had like Xavier Worthy. Oh, God. Darnell Mooney. I took Chris Godwin. He played about 7 minutes, and he's been out for the rest of it because his ankle blew up. Like, it's been bad. I think I actually will win this week, though. So I got that going for me. All right, 3rd and 15. Not ideal. Plenty of time, though, and nobody open. And he's going to try to take off, but he's not going to get anywhere. All right, so they're going to punt. It's troubling that they couldn't get anybody open with this banged up secondary. Steven, he better have a chip on his shoulder, man. He didn't play well last week. Nobody played well other than the defense. And then let me try this. Good tackle. I got to figure out if watch along is 1 word or 2. And my feeling is it's probably 2 words. But I think I've spelled watch along different once a week. Like on YouTube, I did watch a long. On TikTok, I just did watch along. I got to figure that out. So I'm watching this Capital One commercial where they're like really pimping out their like 1,000 airport lounges, whatever. I could tell you, we don't have one in Philly. It sucks. I got this prestigious Capital One card. I was like, all right, Capital One Venture card, let's go. And then I go to the airport and I'm like, all right, where do I go? I'm a Capital One Venture card holder. Where do I go? I was told by famous actress that you have 1,000 airport lounges. They're like, we do. We don't have one here. And I was like, well, that makes sense. We're only the 6th largest city in America. Why would you have an airport lounge for people like me? And then everyone started pointing and laughing at me and calling me a loser because I had no airport lounge to go to. Yeah, Josh, unfortunately, it was not a stellar drive. It was rough. Jalen Hurts looked good. That's like my big takeaway. I mean, other than the drop passes and stuff. Did anyone say anything? No. I just restarted the TikTok one. So, hello, Whitney. Hello. How are you? Thank you for coming. It's just a commercial right now. Eagles punted. So, Jalen Hurts looked good, but the team did not. It was 2 drops, a penalty, and so. J-Roll, what are you doing? Go Birds, Joey. Always. Go Birds to you and yours. You gotta hop up, bud. You gotta hop up over here, though. Sorry, my dog's like just going around. Mikey, what's good, man? How are you? I always think these like live B-roll shots of Philly, they should just go to like Kensington. And I'm not saying the whole B-roll would be Kensington, but like you just splice it in. It's like the generic, oh, let's go to Pat's and Gino's, the Rocky statue. Kensington. Just in the middle, like sandwiched in there. All right. Defense on the field. It's crazy. Their receiver caught the ball. What's up, Mike? How are you, Andrew? Go Birds, as always. Go Birds, bud. Yeah, Joey, this is like the game that like I kind of circled. Even like I'm not gonna get overly dramatic if they end up losing it, but it's crazy because I said it when I started YouTube first because I'm live on YouTube too. And I said how like it's nuts that since these two teams have gotten good, they have not faced each other. Like it seems like every year the Eagles face the Rams. I'd love for one year where the Eagles don't face Tampa. Green Bay, same thing, but for whatever reason, they have not faced the Lions yet. And considering both teams are thought of as like premier Super Bowl contenders, it's surprising. So this will be a good test. Unfortunately, if the Eagles end up winning, Lions fans will be like, "Whoa, our secondary was all banged up," which is true. Pick that off. Oh, that's picked off. Cooper DeJean, get in the end zone, kid. That's okay. Down to the 11-yard line. Love that. Love that. Jordan Davis, another tip. Ever since I made a YouTube video about how Jordan Davis was a bust, he proceeded to just shut me the fuck up. It's great. Like I love it. I mean, was it Jordan? Yeah, it was. Okay. Thank God. Look, it took 5 years for him to finally start doing something, but damn. All right, let's go. Caught 4 hours of sleep before kickoff. Dude, I do not envy you, man. Pat from Ambler, what's going on, buddy? What's up, man? Long time no talk. Good time to pop in, considering that they just picked him off. Steve on YouTube said, yeah, have the Frankfurt L be in the video. Dude, I grew up going on the Frankfurt L. I love the Frankfurt L. I mean, love it in terms of like, I grew up taking it nonstop. AJ Brown for like a 1-yard gain. But that would be epic, yeah. K&A, the Frankfurt L with the B-roll. That'd be great. Let me see here. Did we say anything? I will, Mike. I had to actually approve the please get overly dramatic. Problem is, like, I'm just not usually that kind of guy until playoffs roll around. But I also have neighbors, and I don't think any of my neighbors like the Birds. Not that they don't like the Birds, but like, I mean, one, I rarely run into them. But like, I never see them like wearing. I never see anybody in the building wearing Eagle stuff. I saw one time I got in the elevator and a guy and a girlfriend Girl was way too hot for him, but they seemed like a nice couple. They were wearing Sixer stuff last season. And I was like, oh, like they were coming from the game. I was like, did they win? He's like, no. I was like, great. Draft pick. All right, 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. They've gained 2 yards thanks to a 1-yard run from Saquon Barkley and a 1-yard pass for AJ Brown. I really do think it's going to be a big AJ Brown game. Meaning like touchdown and, oh my God, a slant pattern to AJ Brown, but it was a bad pass. This is a shame because you end up getting the momentum. You pick Jared Goff off, and you're at the 11-yard line, and then the drive just completely stalls. At least I saw a slant pattern, though. Because I was bitching about it earlier. Like, they've just completely abandoned the slant patterns. A little high of a throw. If you want to say it was pass interference, I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong. I'm also not gonna die on the hill. But love to Flyers hockey with you at some point. Flyers got their shit rocked last night. Jason Robertson. I mean, Dallas is a really good team, though. Really good team. All right, hey, 3-0 Bears. 3-0. Would I like a touchdown? Yeah, touchdowns are cool. There's your analysis. Touchdowns are neat. All right, now we got the B-roll of the nice side of Broad Street. Like the art-ish district of Broad Street. I live at C and the Boulevard growing up. I lived on Oxford Circle, Steve, growing up. So I would take Frankfurt. I'd take the L all the way down to 69th Street to get to my mom's. Do you want the Eagles to win the Super Bowl? I do, Ashley. Believe it or not, I do want the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. Last year it was fun, and fun is the best thing to have, you know? There's something magical about pouring into Broad Street. Hey, J-Roll, you gotta come up here, bud. You gotta come up here. You can't come this way. You're gonna knock everything off. There's something magical about pouring into Broad Street with a bunch of strangers you don't know, and everyone's just having a good time. Like climbing on trash trucks. Something magical about that. Oh no, I'm not a Ravens fan. No, I'm from Philly. No, I think the Ravens are gonna represent the AFC, but no, I'm not a Ravens fan. I don't dislike the Ravens, but what would you do if they win? Would you clap? I would clap, Ashley. Something like that. I don't know. I gotta workshop it, but yeah, I would clap. Last year, my mood was a little bit different. I was at a party, and I don't usually like going to the Super Bowl parties, but in this particular case, the guy was living in South Philly. I wanted to be close to Broad Street, so I just had to deal with the people that don't really, I don't know, they're like non-ball knowers, I guess. Not that I'm like the quintessential ball knower, but there was some people that kind of annoyed me, I'm going to be honest with you. But go Birds, yep. To you and yours, go Birds. I liked Philly until it went liberal, so I moved to a red state in Pittsburgh. I am not going to talk about politics at all. Yeah, I love Philly. That's all. I will not. It's a no-win situation. It's a no-win situation if I talk politics. I'm gonna piss 50% of you people off. In a few of my videos, I've said what I am, but that's the end of my political comments, I guess. That's about it. It's like a quick mention. All right, kickoff. All right. Never been to Pittsburgh, by the way. I don't really have any desire to go to Pittsburgh. Great tackle. Special teams is buzzing. All right. It's a Flyers game on a back-to-back. Fun comeback against the Blues. Yeah. They're going to play hard. The Flyers are going to play really hard for Talkett. There's something about playing for a guy that not only was a former player, but like a good former player. I think motivates a lot of people. And they have talent too, which helps. This isn't like a Gretzky situation. Like Talkett kind of did it all for the teams he was on. Great job by Zach Bond to get through there and hit him with a tackle for a loss. Go Birds, Caleb. Go Birds to you and yours, my guy. Didn't like the play calling after the pick. Yeah, I wasn't. I think with the play calling after, like, first play was weird, but you were hoping to get AJ Brown in space. If he could have evaded the first tackler, he would have. Second one, okay, like, you haven't gotten Saquon the ball yet. I get that. There was just no room. I didn't mind the play call on third down. Oh, great pressure. Great pressure. The flag's got to be a hold. It's got to be a hold. Jalen Phillips is all over the place. Like, it's early, but good Lord. Yeah, it's a hold. The third down, I actually like the play call on third down. It just wasn't a good pass. But that's like the bad. That's the only bad pass he's made early on. By the way, if you I feel like all 6 of you probably know this by now, but if you could just subscribe to my YouTube channel on sports, just click the link in my bio and go to that. I just need subscribers. Great pass rush early on. They're all over the line. I mean, granted, it's been 2 drives, but all right, 3rd and 16. 3rd and 16. Here we go. Yeah, that wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. Punt team. Get the punt team out here. Love that. Heart. Hello. I thought for a second your name was Pat Egan. That's why I'm like, but it's Pat EGP whatever. Yeah, was thrown off there. I was like, is there another one of me? What's going on? Hello, dog. Hello. I mean, this could be low scoring. I would think it would be high scoring. Would think, but then again, the Eagles' offense has been like, nobody knows what the fuck you're getting from the Eagles' offense. It's so weird. It's really, really weird. I'm a Steelers fan. Not sure how I got here, but oh, hey, Summit. Yeah, just I'm not sure how you got here either, but that's cool, man. Cheer for your team. We do look alike, but I'm older. Yeah. That's cool. I wish you nothing but the best. Saquon is gonna break one big tonight. I think so too. Yeah, I think I've been like waiting. I think all Eagles fans have been waiting for like the last year's team to show themselves, and they did it in that one instance against the Giants, the second Giants game. And then last week against the Packers, like no team had any offense. So like I don't want to like tell you it's going to be like a 30-25 game, but it's hard to imagine both these offenses don't put up points, especially the Eagles, considering that 3 of the 4 starters for the Lions in the secondary are out tonight. So you would think common sense would kind of tell you like, okay, it'll be at least high scoring for one team, that being the Birds, because they have so many weapons. But with this play calling and how the season's gone, I wouldn't be shocked if we see a 19-16 game. It's just been that kind of season. So, and the D looks really, as Eric pointed out, D is definitely come to play. Jalen Phillips looks incredible. You start the first drive off with a pick, second drive, it's 3 and out. So, Josh, I still use that he speaks in fortune cookie. Josh, you'll be happy to know, I used that line yesterday. So what Josh is talking about, I'm live on YouTube too, for those that don't know, on my YouTube channel. So let me just preface this by saying I really like Jalen Hurts, the player. Really, really like Jalen Hurts, the player. I was a certified hater, came around. How could you not? Right? Like how many times the guy could just shut you up? So I like him as a player. As a person, he drives me nuts because he is an AI robot. And every single post-game presser, the guy just speaks in fortune cookies. Like it's like he went to Dick's Sporting Goods and he read like all the Nike slogans on the shirts for like 12-year-olds. Let the games begin, and he just started writing them down and he uses it in quotes. So when I worked in sports radio, I would say like, look, I love Jalen Hurts, but like I don't ever need to hear him talk after a game because it's just nothing but fortune cookie wisdom. And Josh is a real one because he remembers that. He's a robot in media. Yeah, like, and I'm sure that's the thing, Eric. I'm sure he's great in the room and all that. I'm sure he's like more normal than I'm giving him credit for because all we hear is the media angle. Like if he really was that way, I just have a hard time believing his teammates would fuck with him, and they do. But I never need to hear any post-game presser. It's like either win or you learn. I had a purpose before anyone had an opinion. That one's actually good. But hey, he looks good tonight though. Early on. So the Eagles, Andy, the Eagles defense does look really good. And there goes Saquon for a nice chunk. Eagles defense, it's amazing. It seems like what just including one guy can do. Because last week they had Jalen Phillips. Boy, does he make an impact. Early on in this game, he's been all over the field. Obviously, you get Nolan Smith back too, which is big. But it's like now you're seeing them have a little bit of, and I guess BG, but now you're seeing them have a little bit of a pass rush, which is going to help, guys like Jalen Carter, who haven't really been all that effective this season. I'm not saying that he's been bad, but when you have zero pass rush on the outside, now they've actually added outside pass rushers back, one via injury, one via a trade. And it does seem to change things. Now it's early in this game and things could go south quick because as an Eagles fan, especially this season, that's kind of how it's gone. It's like tale of two halves, but just going off of last week and then what you see this week, it just does seem like adding Jalen Phillips has kind of changed a little bit of their defensive dynamic. All right. Saquon down, it'll be like 3rd and 1. I don't know how, but they need to retire Howie's jersey. Buddy, I am embarrassed to say that this was probably maybe 2021, I want to say. And I wrote a whole article for the station's website I was working on that how he needs to go. And this is after really bad drafts. I write the article. A lot of people agree with me, in fairness. It is aged like milk in the Sahara. But that season, I wrote it in August. Oh God, there's nowhere to go. Not like that. He lost yardage. So they're not going to go for the push. So they're just going to have to punt. Damn it. That's not good. Rock Ya-Sin, Temple great. I don't think they'll go for it, although it's kind of in that no man's land-ish and with the way the defense is playing, but it's going to be 4th and 3. Man, he had nowhere to go. That was busted from the get-go. You have Mailata's down on the ground, and that was busted from jumps. Now they're punting. That's right, Eric. Temple tough. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't shove. They should have. But yeah, so I wrote that article about how he needs to go in the off season, and that season essentially. Why in the world wouldn't you fair catch that? Good Lord. That season, the entire 2018 draft hit. I'm talking Mailata made his debut. Goddard ended up having a breakout year. Avonte Maddox ended up having a breakout year in the slot. Josh Sweat had a breakout year. Everything clicked for that 2018 class, and it was oh, okay. And then the next year, I think they took Devontae Smith, and that's when he really started becoming a wizard for me at least. And it was yeah, this take about how he needed to go aged as I said, milk in the Sahara. So hey, bad take by me. Hit thumbs down for that. No hearts for me. But hey, we own it. It's okay to say you're wrong. It's okay. People understand. Oh, anyway. Well, we can see the defense again. So we got that going for us. Very good tackle. Again, it's really early, and I'm not trying to make something out of nothing here, but early on, their special teams has been tackling very, very well in this game. All 3 instances they had a chance to do it, but all right, I'm gonna try to get the people that I missed because I apologize. It's not intentional. I think I got everybody. What's the deal with our offense? Great question. A lot of people will tell you it's the offensive coordinator, Kevin Patullo. I think Nick Sirianni has a hand in it. It's probably a combo of both, if we're being honest. I mean, this is the second time where they have, and I think I brought this up maybe in my post video for the Packers game. But this is the second time where they have promoted from within an offensive coordinator who saw the team have success with the offense. And the coaching staff has found a way to fuck it up. So it's like, at this point, I don't need to see Kevin Patullo anymore because I need a legitimate OC in here that Nick Sirianni cannot meddle with. I don't know if it's Kevin Patullo's fault. It makes me think that Nick Sirianni, and I said this, I feel like every game meddles because the report coming out after the Brian Johnson era where Nick Sirianni was overruling him constantly makes me think that after you win a Super Bowl, you're more likely to do that and then some. But Nick Sirianni couldn't do that with Kellen Moore because he was an established OC. The Eagles need a Vic Fangio on offense. They need a veteran OC who's been there and done that. That's what they need. But the problem is there's such a loaded offense that if you do get a veteran OC in here, let's say you go out and you hire hell of a tackle, Jesus. I mean, unfortunately, he picked up 9 yards, but if you hire let's say a Brian Dable for this team, he comes in, he's got a really good offensive line, albeit he doesn't really run the ball that much. But he comes in here and he is yeah, okay, we've got Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown and Dallas Goedert, and, well, it remains to be seen whether he'll be back. But you've got Saquon Barkley and all these weapons. And he puts the Eagles offense back together to what we all are used to watching. He's going to get poached. Just like what happened with Kellen Moore. They're going to get poached. That's why you need a Vic Fangio who's I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. I'm old as shit. I just want to watch the Phillies and be near my grandkids. Shit, fucking Lane Johnson. I was so worried about that damn ankle. This is going to be all season with him. It's going to be all fucking season with him. And it's probably the ankle. It's caved in. Oh, it's the last. I mean, luckily they did make the trade. This goes back to what Buddy said. They made the trade for Fred Johnson. Thank God, because he actually has played really well when he's had to go in there, but I don't like the idea of Aiden Hutchinson on anybody but Lane Johnson. I mean, we've already seen Aiden Hutchinson kind of steamroll Lane Johnson. I can only imagine what he's going to do to anybody but Lane Johnson. I don't care how good of a backup you are. 100%, Eric. 100%. The O-line depth needs to be a high priority. I want to see Willie Lampkin really bad just because of the hype coming out of preseason. But I worry that my desire to see him is going to end up being Paul Turner 2.0, just offensive line-wise. There's hype out of the preseason, but it stays there. All right, Detroit's moving the ball a little bit. That's not great. I don't have a bad feeling about it. Hurts doesn't even have a full point yet in fantasy. Yeah, that's not good, Dad, because I have him in fantasy. I don't even think he's played poorly this game either. It's just the drives are stalled out. All right, good tackle. Good tackle. It'll be 2nd and 9. Sorry for everybody listening to my dog eating right now. All right. Just going to get another stop. Weird design run. But, here's an example. So, granted, I mean, Vic Fangio's had his way with this offense early on, but, the Lions offense hasn't seemed to really struggle, and they had to replace Ben Johnson. And I just feel it's probably Dan Campbell just doesn't meddle. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just too close to it. Maybe I'm too close to being an Eagles fan where I don't notice the struggles of other teams so much. Jesus, Beck Bond got a hell of a jump on that. Should parlay bets be outlawed? Shit, the way that I'm doing them, yeah. I watched the UFC fight last night. It was, I mean, I got 10-7. I got KO'd. It was every pick that I had was the worst pick imaginable. Every parlay, $4 out the drain, $3 here, $7 there, just hemorrhaging cash. J-Roll, what are you doing, dude? Get over here. Hop up on this side. Dude, their rushing defense early on, it looks really good. Punt team. Punt team. Get out. Let's see you. Let's get that punt team out. Dan, where's the punter? He's been your best player so far. Let's see him, bud. Let's see that punter. 4th and 6. No one's going to go for it. No, Andrew, you sick son of a bitch. Absolutely not. Not that I kink shame, but no. Somebody's down for the Lions. Anyway, no, not even Brittany. Brittany is insufferably annoying. In fact, I don't like Pat Mahomes because of everybody around Pat Mahomes. It's the Brittany, it's the Jackson, it's Pat Mahomes Sr., who, by the way, I don't know if anyone's aware. Go look at Pat Mahomes Sr.'s baseball reference. How the fuck did he have like an 8-9 year MLB career? He was trash. I'm talking like 5 ERAs consistently. I am blown away that man had. He must have had pictures of somebody in organizations because that is absurd to me that he had a career as long as he did. But no, Pat Mahomes is unfortunately the birds of a feather thing, or the company you keep. So yeah, not even. And I honestly, I don't find her attractive. I mean, I recognize she's probably a good-looking woman to some, but not to. It's just not my type. Andrew, I have no idea what you're talking about, my guy. I think you probably have had one too many Sierra Mists, and you're just a wild boy tonight, going off with your fantasies. Yeah, Jalen's an attractive guy. I can say it. I'm a heterosexual male, but he's a good looking guy. Yeah, Eric, he's out of pocket. Ruby, sure. I used to live in Delco. My mom still does. She lives in Havertown. So I used to live there for college back in the day. Mike, the freaks come out on Sunday night, man. Freaks come out. Hey, my mom lives near the skating. If you ever see a little 4'10" woman power walking around in her Nike Air PTAs, make sure to honk the horn and wave at her. That's my mom. Oh yeah, Mike, you're right down the road. After the Chiefs game, look, man. Once again, Andrew, I'm not going to kink shame. You do you. Now's a really good time though to tell you guys I have a YouTube channel, and if you could click the link in my bio and go to the sports YouTube channel and subscribe to that, I'd appreciate it because I need 1,000. And trust me, I hate having to do this. Like I loathe the. There's one guy that keeps coming on my For You page. They're going for it. 4th and 6. You got to be trying to draw them off sides, right? 7, 6, 5. Yeah, they're just gonna draw them off sides. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Stop. We all knew what you were doing. I knew. Andrew and his weird smell thing knew. Steven knew. Josh knew. Eric knew. We all knew. Back it up. Dan, get the punter out here. There's a guy that keeps popping up on my For You page, and it's like information's good, but he just does hockey videos. Every video is like, follow me for more content. I put out hockey videos every day. I'm like, dude, shut up, man. We all know where the follow button is. But then here I am doing it, albeit for a YouTube channel, not for TikTok. I would never follow me on social media. But YouTube, I need subscribers to start getting paid. So, I don't know, man. This could go either way. I'm a Lions fan. We're gonna lose. I guess if you're a Lions fan, you're kind of preconditioned to feel that way. Curse of Bobby Lane, man. Never should have traded him to Pittsburgh back in like 1950. Dude goes out there and wins a championship. They might have won an MVP that year. And what do? They trade him? Wildness. Amber, what's up, girl? Oh, God, I'm so sick of hearing about the AJ Brown drama because I just don't buy into it. Like and subscribe. Yeah, that's the thing, Mike. I'll never tell you to hit the notification bell ever. Because like my content is so mediocre that like if you want to watch it, cool. But I will be the first one to tell you. Just like if you could just subscribe, you don't have to watch anything. just click the link in my bio and just subscribe. That'd be cool. But hey, go Birds. All right. I feel like a Delco dad right now, but I need 6 here. He's gonna pick up like 3 or 4. Surprised there wasn't like more of a lane. At least they're rushing to the right side, because last week it drove me up a fucking wall. How they had Lane Johnson out, and they had Brent Toth, Tyler Steen, Lane Johnson was out, and they were rushing to the right side. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, how do you think that's gonna play out? All right. Saquon, dude, there's like no rushing room. And by the way, they just did that. They just rushed to the right side with Saquon out, or with Lane Johnson out. So now you're probably 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. Okay, 3rd and 8. Yeah, this play calling's trash. I don't put that on Fred Johnson. That's just bad play calling. They just don't. They're not like creating the lanes like they did. But then again, they haven't been healthy. Their offensive line has not been healthy. Jurgens is back. So thank God. Less Brett Toth. But they had like their offensive line. I've said this a lot, has not been healthy one game this season. Like you think back, like week 1, Dickerson was coming back from surgery, and then every week it's been something. Whether it's somebody leaving, somebody just flat out, someone getting injured. Something just popped up. I don't know what that is. Real time swipe to no, that's stupid. Get out of here with that. And in this game, like Lane Johnson ends up leaving with the same ankle injury he probably had last week because it was a short week, but that's going to linger all season long because, his ankle is caved in apparently. So, what flavor Pop-Tart? This is on the YouTube channel. I apologize for ignoring my YouTube people. Cherry. I tried to get my kids into anything but cherry Pop-Tarts. They're cherry kids. They're the only ones they'll eat. I had a box of like cookies and cream, and they were like, no. And they picked them, which was by far the worst part. So then I just wasted like, I don't know, $6 on these Pop-Tarts that I'm not going to eat. And then I ended up bringing them a hockey team. They absolutely 1,000% should have kept Becton. It's a rare miss by Howie Roseman when you think, because Becton's contract was so affordable. And I think that they thought, I don't blame them for this, but they were probably like, look, we spent a 3rd round pick on this Tyler Steen kid. Let's see what he's got. Like he's been in the system now for, I think at that point, like 2 years. Let's see what he's got. He doesn't have it. He's just very, very mediocre. Yeah, like put Tyler Steen with Matt Tobin of the world, where you're just like, you're going to forget he existed in a couple seasons. So they need to address that. I forget who said it earlier. I apologize, but somebody said earlier I think it was Eric, maybe, they really need to prioritize the O-line and the draft, and they do. I mean, and I think they probably wanted to last year, but instead, they were backed up with picks, and, their pick would come around, the player they wanted wasn't there, they would trade out, but this is the first year in a long time where I go like, man, they really, really have a lack of O-line depth. But to be fair, this is also the first year they've really, really, really had to rely on it because last year, like everybody stayed healthy. So, maybe it was the same way last year. I just didn't notice it. But yeah, Cherry is odd, but kids. Yeah, my kids are bizarre, man. My kids are weird. They call the mailman dad. They call me Pat. That's cool. See, they did a B-roll from the Mint. Like, I love that. Screw Pats and Genos, man. Go to the Mint. Never been in the Mint, by the way. St. Martin Tours never went to the Mint for a field trip. All right. 3rd and 8. That's push territory. He didn't get the first down, but he didn't even catch it. Fuck, man. That's the 3rd drop of this game. That is a clear, like, catch territory. Devontae's had 2. Dallas Goedert had one that was real bad. dude, like, you got to catch that. This is a shame because Jalen Hurts is like, I feel like doing his part in this game. You know, the ball's been there, and these guys just aren't, for whatever reason, they're just not coming down with it. Which is, I mean, it's so weird to see because Devontae Smith's so sure-handed, you know? Yeah, I mean, I don't think that was the play calling, though. Like, I just think it was – I don't disagree with you, though. I mean, because the play calling, the rush to the right side I was complaining about, but that third down play I had no problem with. What am I saying? The play calling has been trash all game. I don't know why I'm dying on that hill. It hasn't been good. I don't know what the wind is like. Surprisingly, I'm not there. This isn't like a green screen. This is just my apartment. So yeah. Although I'll tell you, when I walked the dog, it was windy. It was not fun. All right. Once again, you need your defense to bail you out here. Because eventually, I mean, it's just, you're not going to keep the Lions' offense. You're not going to shut them out. This was like last week. Like, shutting out an NFL football team is really, really difficult to do. And then you're playing the good teams, you know, the Packers, the Lions of the world. You're not going to shut them out. You can't keep asking your defense to bail you out. Good tackle, though. I mean, the rushing defense this game is tremendous. It's probably going to be like 3rd and 4. I like passing. Jesus, Mike. Grow up, Peter Pan. Count Chocula. Grow up. Oh, I look at touchdown. A touchdown would be cool. That would be neat. It does, Steve. You're right. It does give them good field position. Yeah, because I mean, I feel like they're in 4-down territory right now. Or at the very least, they're in territory to do what they did last time and try to draw them all sides. Great tackle. Again, Jalen Phillips, man. Sign him to a lifetime contract. He has been a beast. That play went nowhere. All right, Dan, do the whole thing you did last time, which is like you keep your offense out there and then you fake it. They probably actually will go for it this time, though. They're probably banking on the Eagles being like, they're not going to run a play, and then they're going to run a play. Lazardo for Cy Young. Welcome back, Jesus. They do run a play, and they don't get it. They don't get it. No, where are you going? Stop. Where are you going? You're going to the sideline because you just gave up the ball. Your whole team hates you, Jameer. Everybody hates you after that. Huh? Defense. Dan, you're not doing a good job. Gerald, you gotta come over here. My dog is, as you can kind of see. What do I think of Kevin Patullo? I think he sucks, but in fairness, I don't know how badly he sucks because, and I feel bad for everyone that's heard this speech a billion times. You know, Brian Johnson was supposed to be like the be all end all. He gets promoted. He sucks. Report comes out that Nick Sirianni was like overruling him constantly, kind of hindered his ability to actually call the offense he wanted to. I just wonder if that is the same situation going on with Kevin Patullo, where he sucks, but maybe like he wants to run a different kind of offense. Nick Sirianni's overruling him. Again, said a little earlier, but it's just amazing to me that they've promoted twice now from within for OCs, and both OCs look like they've never watched football before. Like just common stuff. You know, I mean, I'm over here celebrating a slant route that wasn't even completed. Just the fact that they had AJ Brown run a slant, because it's just, we don't see it anymore. And that's where that's his bread and butter, is like his ability to like cut in, catch in stride, turn up field. We don't see that. Pretty much AJ Brown this season has just been like run go routes. I'm assuming you're probably out of. Give me a second, folks, because I think my dog is out of water, and that's why he's like whining constantly. So it's a commercial break, by the way. Danny, completely right. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you as always. I'm gonna go fill my dog's water bowl. I think I had a stroke there. Do you think AJ is gonna be on the team? Yeah, I think he'll be back. Yeah, I think the AJ Brown stuff is a lot of nothing, personally. All right, don't go anywhere. Yeah, you need water. water. You need water and you need food. All right, here you go, bud. All right, go ahead. Yeah, I think the AJ Brown's just a lot of nothing, personally. Jamie Lynch is gonna love that. A little Sal High School shout out. His dead cap next season is insane. So he's gonna be on the team. They're not going like I understood exactly what he was saying, and I don't know how many people heard the quote, but it was essentially like, look, I'm frustrated because I know what our offense is capable of. We're not doing that, but I'm also frustrated because I am not contributing in any way. I'm out there king cardio. I am PJ Tucker, and I'm used to contributing. And I don't think that's selfish in any way. And this is probably the worst comparison in the world, but I can relate to it because if my hockey team ends up winning and we 10 goal a team and I don't have a point, I'm like, I was useless. Like, I'm happy we won. Deep ball, double coverage though. Nah, wasn't great. He overthrew him. But like, if that happens, if I have a game and like I don't contribute in any way and everybody else has contributed except me, I'm like, well, shit, like how bad am I? And for a guy in AJ Brown who's talked about his mental struggles at times, I completely understood it. I think a lot of times we just assume, oh, he's a wide receiver, he's a diva, he's selfish. Like, no, like you obviously want to feel like you were a part of the win. And when you end up winning a game, great. But then you're like, but what the fuck did I do? Like, I didn't have any part of winning that game. So I understood completely where he was coming from. Sad Falcons fan here. Yeah, I don't know a buddy about the Falcons, man. And I feel for you guys. I feel like the Patriots broke you guys. Oh, my God. If he only got turned around earlier. All right. He's 3 of 10. 3 of 10 for 21 yards. He started off great, very accurate. And since then, hasn't been great. Like, they can't really get the running game going. And then the passing game, it's he's dealt with 3 drops at this point. I don't really count the AJ Brown slant where it was like that was too high. But all right, 3rd and 10. Great field position. So that was a bad throw. This is not good. This is like last week. It's just been nothing but punts. And not only that, what makes it even worse, I'm sorry, I'm like haven't looked at the comments in a hot minute. What makes it worse is the fact that the Lions are missing 3 of their 4 starters in the secondary, and you haven't been able to really truly take advantage of it. Like, that's an indictment of not only, execution, but like, yeah, that's play calling as well. That fucking sucks. Put in Tanner McKee. I'm not there yet. Yeah, it's crazy because this is the 2nd game in a row. You can kind of understand it. Okay, like the Green Bay game gets mixed in there. You're on the road. Hey, shit happens. It's an ugly game, but you end up winning. Fine. 2nd game in a row now where we're 5 quarters in a row of this slop dread. Just dog shit. Maybe the wind's taking the ball, but fine. Like, the fact that this offense took a 2,000-yard rusher and found a way to make him look like Corral Buckhalter. And now we got a face mask. I'm fine with firing Kevin Batula at this point. Oh, he's not washed. Saquon's not washed. Just keep throwing in the wind. Yeah, right? Did I miss anything? Danny, I keep forgetting the win part too. He was very accurate in the 1st quarter. 2nd quarter rolls around and he's been inaccurate. The wind probably has something to do with it. But again, like, why are you throwing deep balls then into the wind? Because clearly, like, Jalen Hurts does not miss deep balls very often. And by missing, I mean, like, he doesn't miss where he overthrows guys. He'll at least put it in the vicinity of the receiver to make a play. He missed that deep ball badly. I don't know if you guys remember. I'm sure you do. But I'm out for a walk. What's the score? 3-0 Birds. I always forget to put the score. 3-0 Birds, but both teams look bad. Defense was great for the Eagles. There was a game in October. It was Carson Wentz's like last year with the Birds, and they played Dallas. It was a Sunday night football game too, and it was so incredibly windy. And Carson's out there just like chucking up bombs that maybe were decent throws if there was no wind, but instead the wind was taking it and, throwing it 10 yards to the right, and it was easily picked off. And I feel like you've got to have a conversation with Jalen Hurts or Kevin Patel. Someone's got to be the adult in the room and be like, this is dumb. It is windy. You can do it on the one side of the field. You can't do it on the other side of the field. You can't be throwing, 40-yard bombs thinking that you're going to complete them, because you're not. Now's a great time, though, to beg you guys to click the link in my bio and go to my YouTube channel and just hit subscribe on the sports channel. I'm very desperate for subscribers. I don't mind whoring myself out for it. So if you could do that and help a guy out. You don't need to watch anything. Just help a guy out. Isn't Taylor's boyfriend on this team? No, Rachel. That is the Chiefs. Fiance, by the way. Let's have some respect. Respect the ring. No, that's Travis Kelce. Jason Kelce, who's Travis's brother, was on the Eagles. A longtime Eagle, great. But he retired, and now he does every other commercial you'll see on TV. Oh, thank God. All right. They got bailed out there because Amon-Ra just slipped. What's up with Hurts? He can't throw for nothing. Jay, it's honestly, and I just kind of discussed a little bit, it's really just the one side of the field, because he was very accurate on the other side in the first quarter. He dealt with drops, though. I mean, there was 3 drops that were like right in the receiver's hands that he dealt with. But he's been on the money on the one side of the field. The other side of the field where he's dealing with the wind, he's been horrible. No one can make a catch. Yeah, exactly. Let's go. What a dumb play. What a dumb play. Your whole team, man. Your whole team despises you because you fucked that up so badly. Dan Campbell, what are you're my guy. You're coaching like a man that's got CTE. Against this defense, you're trying to, that's the last trick, whatever, that he's going to try this game. There's no way he goes for that shit again. Do you think the Eagles get? I do, but I'm a little biased. Genuinely don't get how Patula manages to have all his talent. It's amazing. You could do a better job. Danny could do a better job. RH could do a better job. Special teams has been incredible this game, by the way. Not just that play, but the tackling that they've had in the open field when they do actually punt, which is every single drive, has been great. 15-yard penalty for cursing. I hate the penalties that the NFL gives out nowadays. Siri, he's the best coach. Sirianni. Sirianni. I don't think Sirianni's a good coach. I will die on that hill. I think he's been giving a loaded offense, and I have example after example that will tell you that he's not a good coach. That play call he made last week, where he basically essentially tried to lose the game for the Eagles, was insane to me. Oh, I could go for a field goal, and then his rationale after the fact was like, what? It made no sense. Instead of kicking it or punting it, no, we're going to go for it, 4th and 6. Okay, well, dipshit, if your field goal attempt misses, they still get the ball right there. What are we doing? They lucked out last week. Do you think if we use Brown and Smith more, we would be better? Yeah, I mean, I don't think they've done a really good job. Smith's had a great year. Smith's been incredible this year. I just don't think they've done a really good job of getting A.J. Brown involved. They've taken a combo, Nick Sirianni, because Nick Sirianni, whether he's meddling or not, he has to take some blame for this because he's an offensive-minded coach and he is the head coach. The buck stops with him. The fact that no one's been able to figure out how to even get a smidge of what we saw last year outside of the second Giants game, I said earlier, like, you turned Saquon Barkley into Correll Buckhalter. AJ Brown is turning into like Billy McMullen. Like, what happened? And that's got to be coaching and design plays and getting guys in space and all of it. It's a combo of all of it. So, Joey, if you're talking about Kevin Patullo, absolutely, I think he could be fired. If you're talking about Nick Sirianni, hell no. I think Barkley, who said that question? Jay, I think Barkley obviously has not been what we saw last year as he busts a nice like 8-yard run. I think what gets forgotten with Barkley is last year they dealt with like little to no injuries. This year, his entire offensive line has been banged up at one point. Week 1, Landon Dickerson's coming back from surgery. And then ever since then, it has been nothing but like somebody leaving early, somebody just flat out, way too much Brett Toth. It obviously affects the run game, but it also affects the continuity of your offensive line when guys are out constantly. And in this game, Lane Johnson left early. So, but hey, Saquon picks up a first down. I haven't been Joey on 97.5. God, May of 2024, I got let go. I came in and I knew it was coming. And the big boss was there. And I was like, all right, this is how it ends. Happens to everybody in the industry at some point or another. You get let go. So haven't been there since, I do miss a lot of the people that work there though. And I still stay in contact with like the majority of them. What's funny is first 10, by the way, 3-0 Eagles if you're just joining the program. So their social media, like, you got to catch that. That's the 4th drop. And the second by Goddard, which was like a clear, you've got to catch that. That is in your hands, and he just didn't. So Dylan McKinnon, a guy that runs the Fanatic social media account, after I left, he started doing this game where he will show the Fanatic staff a random Philly sports athlete from like years past, and they have to guess who it is. And it's like a bust out name. And I texted him when he started doing it. I was like, dude, you start this game after I got let go. Like, this could really help me dispel the like Pat doesn't know ball. And he's will just text me. That's a horrible play call. And Fred Johnson, why would you do it to the side that Lane Johnson isn't there? Why would you call a wide receiver screen to the side of Fred Johnson and Tyler Steen? Like, make it make sense. Why the fuck would you do that? Like, how dumb are you? Look at it. Fred Johnson's too slow to get to the cornerback. That play was fucked from the get-go. I don't blame Fred Johnson on that. Like, why wouldn't you do it to the side of Landon Dickerson and Jordan Mailata and Cam Jurgens? No. And now you're 3rd and 11. Like, what the fuck are we doing? And now we're doing design runs. Can't believe he stayed on his feet. And it worked out. Still think it was a dumb play call. I can't believe he stayed on his feet. Good job by Jalen Hurts to recognize the fact his knee never touched. Tim, every single week, I, like you, like everybody, watch the Eagles game. Fuck. God damn it. All right. Well, it might be close enough for them to push. It looked like his knee went down. And I started off with like, let's give Kevin Patullo a little bit of a chance. And now I'm like, I wish Kevin Patullo nothing but the worst. And again, it's like this falls on Nick Sirianni too. Whether he's meddling or not, he's an offensive-minded head coach. And his offense sucks. So like either he's meddling, which I tend to believe might be happening, or he's just simply has the best seat in the house and is on a headset. Like, this is why I don't think he's a good head coach. I think he's got a loaded roster. I think everybody watching this right now could win with this Eagles team because they're just that talented. I mean, they've got a head coach that apparently doesn't call the offense, doesn't call the defense. He was asked, what is it you do here? And he couldn't give an answer. Oh, my God. AV, it does. You know what? It feels like last week, except the only difference is you're playing Detroit instead of Green Bay and you're at home. But yeah, it feels. Hey, Nate, how are you? Thank you for joining us. By the way, since there's like 40 of you now, I gotta take this time to pitch my YouTube channel because I'll blink and it'll be like 12 of you guys. What the fuck is that? There's no one blocking. Dude, what the fuck is this offense? Like, this is probably the most animated I've gotten all season long. What the fuck is going on? I mean, you've got Fabio out here stopping Saquon Barkley because you can't get a block for the guy. Like, good Lord. If you could click the link in my bio and subscribe to my YouTube channel on sports, I would appreciate it. I'm not asking you to watch anything. I'll probably pitch this about 55 more times throughout this game. But if you could do that, I just need subscribers to start getting paid. I need to get off the stripper pole. 3rd and 15. Hey, wide receiver caught the ball. Problem is, he's going to be 6 yards shy of a first down. But A.J. Brown caught the ball. That's cool. And now we're going to see Jake Elliott again, which, everybody loves that. 6.5 left in the second quarter, by the way. No, they're not. They're not going for it. Stop. It's 4th and 5. It's 4th and 5. You're throwing in the wind. What the fuck are we doing? Stop. Can't click your link. Just type in Pat Egan on YouTube, Joey. You'll be able to find it. You'll be able to find the channel. EGAN. They got to be just trying to draw on all sides. Yeah, because what? Oh, Jesus Christ. Because that was going to work. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? The problem, it's like I've seen what this offense could be. This isn't what Gigi Hadid wanted to watch. Oh, thank God. Mike Trout's here. The guy's got more home run balls, he's got more touchdown balls, and he's got games played in the past 3 years. Damn, all these like celebs are actually like at this game. Pete Davidson's the only one I don't really get because I know he's like become an Eagles fan, but like Bradley Cooper's from Philly, Pink's from Philly. Gigi Hadid is just dating Bradley Cooper. She got dragged along. I guess it's cool though, celebs coming out to Philly to watch the game. All right. He made it. 6-0. Go Birds, folks. Yeah, that's Tim. That's what I'm saying. Like, apparently, like, he became like really good buddies with the big Dom guy, and he didn't have an affiliation. Like, he didn't have a team, so he just like, all right, like, I'll cheer for the Eagles. Kind of jumped on the bandwagon, but go Birds. Go Birds. It's incredible, Mike. I don't understand how he does it. Like, you look at Pete Davidson's hit list, and it is incredible. For a guy that looks like a Muppet on meth, it's incredible. I was on the radio, Richie, I had a nice 13-year run. And then sometimes you come into work and they're like, we don't need you anymore. And they're like, all right, deuces. Rams look good, man. And the Rams, they should be 10-1. That Eagles game, let's be real. Eagles got bailed out by blocked field goals. So they should be 10-1. They look really good. Why is Selchunas hosting mornings? He's really good. He's really talented. But the program director that they have now wanted to make a change. So, Joey, WFP hasn't called, but even if they did, I don't know how much interest I'd have in doing it. I got tired of if you'll notice with sports radio in August, hosts will have really, really dumb topics that day. And they'll get even more animated because they feel like the more animated I get as a host, the more people will call up. So it'll be like they'll overreact to every little thing. Like AJ Brown will not talk to Jalen Hurts at like one practice, and that word will get out, and it'll be the whole show. And it's like I hated it. And everybody hates it, by the way. Like, the hosts hate it. The hosts hate August radio. But my point is the over-exaggeration of stories that aren't stories. Like, I'm very happy that I haven't really had to, like, truly act like the world is coming to an end because of the A.J. Brown stuff, because I'm just tired of it. I think it's just a non-story. I think it's like a guy that's frustrated with the offense, like we all are, and he wants to contribute, and he hasn't. And everyone's making it out to be like it's, he's going to be doing sit-ups in his driveway. So, I mean, I would do it, Joey, if the price was right, but like, I'd rather just do my own thing. That's why I'm begging people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So click the link in my bio, or you could just search Pat Egan in YouTube, and you don't have to watch anything, but you subscribe. Like after the game, I'll do a post-mortem, post-game thoughts thing. But yeah, I mean, the problem with sports radio too is if WIP or even the Fanatic were to call and be like, hey, you want to come back? They wouldn't give me a slot Monday through Friday, 6A to 6P. They would give me a weekend gig. And weekends is the hardest time to do sports radio because people aren't in at work. They're not really out and about. You probably have a producer that you can't talk to. So doing, let's say, Saturday from 8 to midnight, way harder than doing a Monday through Friday gig where you likely have 3 people to talk to. Minimum, you have 2 people to talk to. I mean, every show you think about has a minimum of 2 hosts. Right now, John Marks is doing middays to the Fanatic. He's bringing in hosts, but if he doesn't, he's got Ray Dunn who hosts. So like you've got 2 people there. The afternoon show has 3 people on the show. The morning show has 3 people. Like you turn to the weekends, you're talking to yourself for 20 something minutes, praying to God that Joe from Fishtown calls up. They can kind of give you like a respite for like 90 seconds. And it's sometimes it's fun. Like if the teams are going well and there's a storyline, okay, great. If it's not, it's not fun. I'd rather just and not only that, like I wasn't able to talk about really what I wanted to, and yeah, it's just Ty is not there. Ty also got let go. Mentioned Detroit's gonna take it. They might, Luis. They're a good football team. We'll see. I mean, the Eagles defense is really well, really well. Jesus Christ, hit thumbs down for that. Really good. But yeah, I'm just trying to kind of do my own thing. I'd rather just be able to talk about what I want to and not be able to not have like a 75-year-old program director tell me I have to talk more Eagles when there's nothing to talk about via like the Eagles. God damn it. Fuck. That's the thing. You weren't going to keep Detroit down forever. Big game by Amon-Ra St. Brown. So that's why I'm begging people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then once I get 1,000 subscribers, I'll stop begging because the way that YouTube works, you need 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers to start getting paid. I have the watch hours. I just need the subscribers. So once I get that, I'll stop begging. But yeah, click the link in my bio, find the sports YouTube channel, or just you can type in Pat Egan on YouTube and should be able to find it. I am sorry, Go Birds. I will hold off on reacting as best I can, which I'm actually pretty good at doing that. I don't want to ruin the game for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. That fucking sucked. Touchdown Lions. Rare time that Quinyon Mitchell got burnt. There's a flag on the play, but it's probably going to be like taunting or some bullshit. He is fast, man. Oh, I'm sorry. I am sorry, Quinyon. That was not you. How foolish of me. It was Adoree Jackson. Ugh. Tomahawk. You can, yeah, cool, man. You can cheer for your team. What like unsportsmanlike conduct? Like I hate the NFL. All right, like Jamison Williams gets hit with unsportsmanlike conduct as if we're doing Pop Warner, as if these grown adults who are getting paid millions of dollars are going to get their feelings hurt. Like it is ridiculous how many unsportsmanlike conduct. Like you can't taunt. Like I want it all. I want all the taunting imaginable, and it blows my mind because you'll have a turnover and the entire defense heads to the end zone and does, a choreographed dance. That's not taunting at all. That's not unsportsmanlike. And he missed the extra point. Cool. But if you just look at a player, it's unsportsmanlike conduct. Like none of it should be unsportsmanlike. It's just it's the wussification of the sport. It's ridiculous. Oh, somebody's feelings might get hurt. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Like, come on. But it worked out for the Eagles. That's the important thing. Yeah, Tim, that's on me. Hey, This is why I don't have a lot of subscribers on YouTube, Tim, for moments like that. I'm sitting there blaming Quinyon Mitchell, and it turns out, hey, like, it's the guy who actually sucks at cornerback, Adoree Jackson. And this is why I don't know ball. What's the opposite of hearts on TikTok? There's got to be like a just a riddle the chat with like thumbs down, I guess. Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. Like Tim, like it's a celebration, but like we're taunting celebration. Like I don't know, if I threw a pick and I saw the entire defense out there doing the cha-cha slide, I'd be like pissed off about it. I mean, and I'm not saying that should be a flag. I don't think any of it should be a flag. But it's, they've like really hammered it home, and we've seen the Eagles get burnt by it. We've seen the Eagles benefit from it this season. The 15-yard penalties and bullshit. I just hate it. I hate it. That's soft. Zach. I'm with you. I don't think that should be a flag. But my point is, if you're going to call the one, I don't think any of it should be. But I just don't understand the differentiation between guys over here doing, a rowboat, and I don't know. I'm gonna probably end up losing like a lot of you guys for that take. I swear, I just want fun. I think if you score a touchdown, you should be able to like let your defensive back know what you did. Like let your opponent know. I miss the days of like all out brawls, of like Cortland Finnegan fighting Andre Johnson. Like let's get back to that NFL. That was fun. I miss T.O. going to the star and then somebody just running him over. I miss Joe Horn pulling out his cell phone. Like, let's get back to those days. All right. Another catch for A.J. Brown, 9 yards. Cool. That's cool. That's my point. Yes, thank you. It's selective enforcement. That's what I was trying to say. I was having a stroke. How many times boys are just giving up. How many times have they been on the Lions side and not been able to put points? 3, I think. Again, though, they're at the 45-yard line now. Their own 45, though. Okay. All right, Kyle Granson. Zach, the good news is A.J. Brown's actually been getting the ball. Yeah, Antonio Brown just being like, deuces, I'm out. Like, that was fun. That was a good time. Steven on the YouTube said Mike Trout's seen more playoff games at the Link than played as an Angel, and he is 100% right. You talk about a wasted generational talent. The fact that the Angels at one point had Ohtani and Trout, and they just didn't have any pitching to put together an actual team, is incredible. I don't know how many of you guys follow baseball, but they one year the Angels took nothing but pitchers in the draft, like nothing but pitchers, and none of them panned out. Favorite sports moment on the radio? That's an easy one, Richie. I was wide open, Smitty. First down. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Jahan Dotson. Again, I don't know ball. I was on the I gotta approve all these messages that aren't that bad. I was on the radio when the Eagles won their first Super Bowl. So it got pitched to me by the bosses. Initially, I was really hesitant to do it because I wanted to watch the game with my buddies and stuff. Fumble. He got it. Good. Okay. And it ended up being like the coolest moment ever. It was basically like this. Like I was doing this on the radio. But being able to just like lose my mind. Like the bosses were like, we don't really care. Just don't curse. I lost my voice. I was I was freaking out. The only downside was the TV in the studio that I was in was 1 second slower than the TV in the studio of the producer. And he kind of ruined the strip sack a little bit. He just like, I vividly remember him like, Barnett's got the ball. And I'm like, what? And then they hiked it and he got it. And I lost my mind. Oh, that's a big hole for Tank Bigsby. Let's go, Tank. Tank it up. Tank's fired up. Tank's all fired up. So the fact that I was able to be like the first one on our station to say like the Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions was awesome. I probably was the first one to say it in the city, honestly, because Merrill probably had to like actually wait for the game to be over. But like, I was such a fanboy that game. Like, there was no professionalism at all. I cringe listening back to it. Like, I cannot listen back to it at all. But like, take this, what you're seeing, and like put 17 Mountain Dews in me, and that's what it was. So that was the coolest moment I had. Producer was Tyler Zulli, my boy. And the funny thing is, we had a show next year with me and Tyrone, and Tyler produced it, and it was sponsored by Bet Rivers, and we had just like a watch along type show. And at that point, we like figured it out. We figured out like we can break kind of whenever we want. Tyler would watch the games in the studio with us, so that didn't happen. But yeah, that's my ultimate memory. That was the coolest memory I ever had. Go Birds, Jay. Go Birds. 17 Mountain Dews is not insane. 17 Mountain Dews is a Wednesday for me. I go hard with the dew. It's good for you. It's natural. It's from a mountain. Joseph Rothwell is watching on the YouTube channel. Thank you for that. Go Birds. Go Birds, Austin. Go Birds. You know what I'm talking about. Give Mitchkoff the play sheet. He'll do better than Batula. I don't disagree with you. But now is a great time, again, to pitch you guys on my very mediocre YouTube channel that I have for sports. If you could click the link in my bio and subscribe to that, or you could simply go to YouTube and type in Pat Egan, E-G-A-N. It'll pop up. I'm desperate for subscribers. Like, help a guy out, okay? I need to get off the poll. I need to. I don't know how many people were here one time. I had my 6-year-old, and I said that, like, I need to get off the poll. And in the background, you just hear my 6-year-old like, "What's the poll?" And I was like, you'll know when you're older. Tex, cool, man. Cheer for your team. All good, man. I am fine if Kevin Patullo gets fired. I'm completely okay with that. Like 100%. If Kevin Patullo got let go tomorrow, I'm not going to shed a tear. And I was like, not defending him, but I was like, all right, let's see. Like, he's got to get together. No. Got into radio, Joey. Funny enough, there was, I'll probably end up making a TikTok about this one day. I was in high school, didn't know what I wanted to do. Knew that I wanted to do something in sports. And a high school teacher was like, you should get to sports radio. I was like, that's it. And then I went to school for broadcasting. Well, I studied communications in school, got an internship, worked my way up. Jay, go Birds, man, from LA. Love that. This ain't gonna be an easy game. No, not at all. No, it's 6-6. Tied only because the Lions had a stupid penalty and they missed the extra point. Bigsby again. Oh, wait, I got to wait 4 seconds. It wasn't like he broke one. He only went like 5 yards, but Tank's all tanked up. Tank's had probably 12 Mountain Dews for all you Mountain Dew shamers out there. We need a touchdown, folks. Can you make a good salary in sports radio? Joey, the answer is no. Yes and no. The have and the have-nots is there's no middle. There is have and there is have-nots. Guys working part-time, they're not making a living. They need to supplement it with something else. We all do. If you have a full-time, if you're a Monday through Friday guy, you're probably full-time. You're making a livable wage. Oh my God, a slant pass. What? I didn't know they were allowed to do that. The problem with sports radio is once you actually get full-time, once you start making a livable wage, then you immediately get on the chopping block. You're immediately now up for getting let go when the company they all do it. They do budget cuts. All right, what can we cut? They're never going to cut the guy making like $12 an hour. They'll cut the person that's making, $45K, $50K a year. What I always say is the fun jobs don't pay. There's a reason why doctors get paid what they do. A doctor's bad day is somebody, and then my bad day was I put out a bad tweet. Saquon Barkley, get in. I think he got in. I'll wait 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Touchdown. Let's go. Go Birds. Dog's fired up. My dog is fired up right now. Go Birds, folks. Go Birds. Let's make sure he got in, though. Because if he didn't, they're going to push. I don't know. I don't know. It's really close. Super close. I don't know if you can overrule it. Man, I always see I always wanted to do something with sports. But the pay, yeah, it's I mean that's the thing. Like I loved my job and I'll take the trade-off of not great money, but like it wasn't like I like looked forward to going to work every day. But more often than not, I like didn't think about calling out, if that makes sense. And that was worth the trade-off of like wearing a suit. Like I knew I didn't want to wear a suit and stuff and all that. Don't know why they didn't go for the push earlier on 3rd and 1. They didn't do it earlier, Tim, on a I think we're talking about the same play. Yeah, it was weird. I commented, a couple of us actually in the chat commented on that. Very bizarre. Yeah, I think we're talking about the play where they handed it off and Barkley got hit with like a 3-yard loss or 2-yard loss. Hi Xavier, how are you? Thank you for coming. What about cheesecake, Chipotle, and Starbucks? How will they go down? You know what's funny? I made that Cheesecake Factory video, and I thought it was pretty obvious. Like it's very, very tongue in cheek. I'm not really all that upset at the Cheesecake Factory. I don't go there enough to get that outrage at the Cheesecake Factory. Would I like it to be cheaper? Yeah. Would I like the slice to like still be the same size? Yeah. Okay, I would. But the video blows up. Now I have all these new followers, and now I'm known as the cheesecake guy. Like I'm like Cheesecake Factory, dude. And these new followers are gonna get so disappointed in the content. Like they're gonna be like, wait, all this guy does is make like stupid videos where he's like trying to get a date, failed dating stories, emo outfits of the day, and an occasional Philly sports video. Like where we want angry cheesecake people, and they're going to be very disappointed. But yeah, I wasn't banking on that happening. I was at like Buffalo Wild Wings last night watching the UFC fight, and when I walked in, the video had like 9,000 views, and when I walked out, it had like 27,000. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Apparently, what happened is a lot of people are angry at Cheesecake Factory. I'm not the only one. But there are a lot of people that are like dead serious on like, we're going to boycott. And I'm like, cool. Like, I don't go there enough anyway. The only reason I went to the cheese, so I went for Alien, I went for Predator. I thought they only serve cheesecake in a warehouse. Tim, it's not bad. It's just like it's overpriced and now the portion was small. But I went for the movie, the Predator movie. I got a cheesecake. I had a hockey game after the movie, but I wanted a cheesecake. So I snuck in the cheesecake. I ate half the cheesecake. Oh man, they called the runner short. This sucks. So this is why this sucks. Saquon was a blade of grass away from getting the touchdown, and now they're going to take it out, and Jalen Hurts going to get the touchdown. Like they're just going to do the push and get the touchdown. And I just feel bad for Saquon Barkley because I felt like this happened a lot. But I snuck in the cheesecake. I ate half the cheesecake. I went to my hockey game. I played out of my mind in this hockey game. Touchdown. We're back. We're so back. Go Birds. Go Birds. Steven, I would gladly drive Kevin Patullo to the airport if he wants. I'll get him there early. All right. God, the Eagles fucking needed that so badly. Not that there was a doubt. I mean, it was either Barkley scored or Jalen Hurts scored. But, man, they needed that touchdown the worst way. Now do you go for 2 here? Or I'm not going for 2 yet, but these two coaches I feel like are in a battle for like who can coach worse. Had a great hockey game. Had like 5 points, dominated, because I'm an athletic freak like that. We're going to ignore the fact we played the worst team in the league. Next hockey game, next movie, I was like, I'm doing it again. I'm getting a cheesecake, sneaking in. I'm doing it for my team. I'm not doing it for me. I'm not doing it for my taste buds. Jake Elliott right down the middle. Our kicker makes them. Detroit's kicker doesn't. So 13-6 Birds with 16 seconds left. That is huge. So yeah, I snuck in the cheesecake, and that's when I noticed like this is way smaller and way more expensive. But I don't go there a ton. All right. I'm probably gonna hop off at halftime. I'll still be live on YouTube, but I gotta charge my phone. So I'll probably hop off at halftime and then I'll be back for the second half. If anyone cares. Discuss game plays. I mean, that's AI. AI just popped up and said, not Allen Iverson, unfortunately. It's like Eagles versus discuss gameplays. I was like, I was. I was just mixing in cheesecake stores. Is defensive back from 2020. I mean, they look really good. Our offense is off. Defense is looking elite. Defense has looked elite for 6 quarters now. I talked about it a little bit earlier, but the addition of Jalen Phillips, getting Jalen Phillips in the building, and then getting Nolan Smith back. I'll throw BG in there, although I don't really know how much he truly has left in the tank. But my point is, getting an actual pass rush has done this defense complete wonders. But Jalen Phillips has been a monster. Where when he comes over, it's like, well, he's not signed for next year, but the Eagles can still sign. Fuck, man, with six quarters in, they better. Like he looks like every quarter, it's like the price is just going up. So 16 seconds left, they're just gonna take a kneel down again. I'm going to nicely ask you guys to just hit the link in my bio and go to my YouTube channel on sports and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. You don't have to watch any of the videos. I just need subscribers. So, Sanchez, I have to approve this comment by you, which is insane. Yeah. TikTok wanted to make sure that was like okay. Ridiculous. But if you could, click the link in my bio, go to my YouTube channel, subscribe. Or you could just type in Pat Egan in YouTube. It'll pop up. I just need subscribers. You don't have to watch anything. But I'll be back for the second half. Go Birds. I don't know how to end these things. This is probably why I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet on YouTube. It's because I don't know how to end these things. But I'll be live on YouTube still. So if you want to hop over there and talk, but I got to charge my phone. Go Birds. Oh, J-Roll, move, button. So I'm answering texts because when I do these, I completely forget that like people reach out. Who's your favorite Philly sports player of all time? Damn, that's a good question. Probably Jimmy Rollins. I became such a defender of Jimmy Rollins to the Hall of Fame. Like, don't let the others fool you. I've been banging the Jimmy Rollins to the Hall of Fame bandwagon drum. I've been banging that drum since he was on the Phillies. Like, that fact that he was going to get in. And I feel like there are other people in sports media in Philly that'd be like, no, like I'm starting it. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, I've been on that train. But that defense of him being a Hall of Famer has got to the point where like I am now like the biggest Jimmy Rollins fan. But probably Jimmy, Eagles, Dawkins. I miss watching Ryan Dawkins play, and I miss watching Jimmy play. But yeah, those two are like 1A, 1B for me. Sorry, I'm texting somebody back. Asked earlier in the TikTok live, but did you get an opportunity to work with Bros at all? We did, yeah. No, we did. Getting to work with him, no. Getting to like know him and like be, like we still text every once in a while, usually about UFC stuff. With me working more, and sorry I didn't get to on the TikTok live. Like I usually am pretty good about getting back to people on TikTok live, but for whatever reason this game I've been distracted. But the fact that he was on 2 to 6 and I was on mornings, we didn't overlap a ton, but great guy. Glad that he's bounced back and found his way to WIP. Glad that they're finding like a niche for him. But yeah, like no bad things to say about him. And that was the way I was with like a lot of the people at the Fanatic. Was I can probably count on one hand the amount of people I didn't like that I ran into during my tenure there. But no, he's a good dude. Haven't talked to him in a bit though, so I should probably do that. Probably reach back out. But I mean, he's the ultimate like YouTube success story. I mean, the Fanatic discovered him on YouTube and was like, all right, let's see if he can do it. That drink looks phenomenal. Where's Paris Baguette? I want that. I like Kincaid. Kincaid's the reason why I got full time, and a large reason why I got full time. He could have easily told the bosses like, no, I don't want the guy when he came to Philly. But I had a good relationship with Kincaid. I understood why a lot of people got annoyed with him. And I mean, I would get annoyed with them every once in a while too. But that's going to happen when you work with people. Like even Bob. Like I would get annoyed with Bob every once in a while, but I love Bob. Bob's my guy. So, yeah, I like Kincaid. Sports radio in the city seems kind of cutthroat. Everyone seems to hop around. I'd love to try to get into it, but I don't know if I could handle it. It's a problem. The funny part is, man, like truthfully, a lot of us get along because of what you talked about. There's so much bouncing around that like I've worked with so many people that are now at WIP where like you see these people in the street, and I think the thought is like we're gonna get in knife fights, and it's really not the case. There are people at WIP that I flat out do not like. But for the most part, you know, if I ran into you in the industry at some point and we worked together for a little bit, like I always prided myself on being able to get along with everybody. And for the most part, I think I was able to do that. But there's really not a ton of like bad blood. Like, yes, we want to win. They want to win. But I can just tell you, like, I mean, I knew what shows were going to do well on the Fanatic and which ones weren't. Like, I knew that on Mondays we probably weren't even coming close to WIP because they were going to have Nick Sirianni, and how do you contend with that? There's a lot of that too. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of people are just simply used to tuning in and getting in their car and listening to one station, and that station being the WIP. So it's cutthroat, but it's not, if that makes sense. Like it's cutthroat in the sense of like you want to win, but it's not. I don't wish ill on most of those people. Most. All right. Let's see. Devon was and is a solid. Devon, Steven. So I did the Phillies show with Tyler on Friday. And let me put this pillow. Give me a little more room. There we go. For my bad back. So I did the Philly show on PHLY with Tyler Zulli on Friday. And I was mentioning, we were talking about Kyle Schwarber a little bit. And I mentioned how Schwarber is one of those guys that he makes coming to work easier. I was like, we've all had that guy at some point where like just seeing them, just them showing up, it's like, okay, this is tolerable now. I joked with Tyler. I was like, yeah, for you, that was me. And Tyler was like, that's Devon Gibbons. And it was like, no, 100%. Like legitimately, the most fun I had on the radio was with Devon Gibbons. It was the easiest working with him. You know, you'd make a mistake, he didn't care. And a large part of it was the fact that he had been a producer, so he knew what you went through. Guys like Missinelli wouldn't understand that. They wouldn't understand that you can ask somebody their name 30 times when you're screening their phone call. And if they say that their name is Rob and you type in Rob and they get on the air and they're like, it's not Rob, it's Bob. There's nothing you can do. And Devon realized like that shit happens. Devon's the man. Like Devon's one of those guys where like, if you don't like Devon, there's something wrong with you. But yeah, Devon is like probably Devon and Bob were probably like my two coworkers I worked with that like just can't say a bad thing about. Fanatic started on AM dial. Wait, I made the switch from WIP back when the Fanatic. Oh yeah, I mean I remember when the Fanatic was 950. I wanted to go to the Fanatic because I thought it was like the young upstart station. And for a stretch, it looked like the Fanatic was going to take WIP out, meaning like, during the Josh Innes era when the WIP was such a mess. And during that era, and the Fanatic was winning, and they had a chance, and they just blew it. And they've never been able to recover. They don't have a great relationship with the teams that they like. The Eagles and WIP's relationship is so strong, where you have the coach on every Monday. You have players. You have player shows. You think about what the Fanatic has. They had the Sixers. They had the Flyers. They don't have that. Like, there was a Flyers coaches show for, I kid you not, 2 games. It might have actually been one show. I thought it was 2. It might have been 1. But it was with Peter Laviolette, and he got fired. And they didn't do a show with Craig Berube. They've never had a show, like a coach's show, with Nick Nurse or Doc or any of them. Like, they don't get Joel Embiid on. They don't have these relationships with the teams like WIP has with the Phillies and the Eagles. And considering the Phillies and the Eagles are really good, it's hard to overcome that. It's hard to overcome the WIP is going to go down to spring training, and they're getting Bryce Harper and Wheeler and Schwarber and all that. And the Fanatic is like, we'll take Brandon Marsh. Like, that's difficult to deal with. But that's WIP telling the Phillies, yo, we're paying a lot of money for you to be on our airwaves. But you're not giving them Bryce Harper. You're not, if you are, like, it's a quick interview. Sucks. If they can't get JT, I need to move. I would be blown away if they don't sign JT. I think JT and Schwarber are virtual locks to be on the team next year. And a big reason, like JT, they didn't do anything to put Rafael Marchand in a position to show he was the guy. So it's like, okay, well, you can sign JT, and you're bringing in a guy that, yeah, okay, he's not like, the bat isn't what it was a couple of years ago, but he handles the staff as well as anybody in Major League Baseball, and all the pitchers love working for him. And you could keep him for, let's say, 3 years, or you can trade for the unknown. Like, Adley Rutschman's name's getting thrown out there. Adley Rutschman had a horrible year. And I have no idea how Adley Rutschman handles the staff. When you factor in everything that he brings to the table, you're going to keep him. I worked with Phil from Mount Airy. I have a lot of stories on Phil. None of them all that good. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. None of them. Every producer that worked with Phil had a war story with dealing with Phil. I'll just leave it at that. But, and I had an okay relationship with Phil, but yeah. But yeah, he's one of those, how could I forget? He just, yeah. Wasn't my favorite shift to work. Let's just say that. Not like I dislike the guy. Haven't heard that name in a hot minute, but yeah. All right. What's my phone at? 47%. That's not going to get me through. Second half. All right, defense looks good. Offense looks bad. Thank God they got that touchdown before halftime, though. Seriously, like, could you imagine if they did not, and we went into this halftime at 6-6 after what we watched last week? Oh my God, that would have been a fucking mess. See, like, Jalen Hurts' numbers, 9 for 18, 63 yards. It's so deceiving, though. And I'm not telling you he's having an amazing half, but the amount of, he's dealt with like 5 drops, like easy catches for these guys usually. I figured it would be. They're doing the stats right now. That's why I'm like looking at the stats. Surprised Aiden Hutchinson, and I shouldn't say it because it's going to end up biting me, but I figured with Lane Johnson being out, I figured he'd Gotta be all over the field. I'll tell you what, if they end up winning this game, though, and they've beaten Green Bay, the Rams, the Lions, like, you kind of go to, like, I don't really care how it happened. It just happened. Like, good. And you'll have people being like, oh, well, if you get to the playoffs, it's not going to win like that. Well, I don't know. I mean, they're beating the teams that are going to play in the playoffs like that. Is there a trade target you want for Phil? Not that I can really, not that I name, but I do think they should trade Alec Boehm for a corner outfielder, preferably a right fielder, and then give Otto Kemp the third base gig. All right. Sounds like Lane Johnson's out. I kind of missed that, but it sounds like he's out for the game. All right, let me pull up TikTok real quick. Go live on that. Trade Jahmyr Gibbs open space. Live. Second half. Watch along. Go live. Okay. All right, now I'm both. Wow, my hair looks horrible. Didn't notice it before. Looks real bad. All right. Get him. Wrap him up. Now he gets a first down. Back-to-back first downs for the Lions. Not great. Bad stories on Mikey Miss. Mikey Miss was one of the few people in the industry that I did not like. So, yeah, we didn't get along. And let me just be clear. He didn't have a problem with me. I just had a problem with him. I didn't like how he handled himself. I got tired of everyone kissing the ring. I didn't think his show was good at all. I'll tell you, Mikey Miss could not do a Saturday 8 to midnight shift. Mikey Miss's show was the same every time. He came in, he did an 8-minute soliloquy on the topic, and he banged phone calls for 3.5 hours. He got himself to sound off, and then he would go home. And that was the show, the entire show. And then he would bro you to death and ask you if you want your general knowledge question. It was the laziest fucking show in the world. But I also I don't think he's like a great guy. Like, he did nothing to help out anybody at that station. So, no. If I saw him in the street, I would not say, hey, man, what's up? I would keep it moving because I have nothing to say to him. All right. Here we go. 2nd 9. Very conservative. Oh, come on. Wrap him up, Cooper. There we go. Okay. Yeah, he's just no, fuck him. It's funny, like TikTok will I'll go live on TikTok and it's like you'll see people it'll pop up all these people coming, so-and-so's just joined, so-and-so just joined. And they join just because it's by accident, they're just scrolling. It's like, oh fuck this guy, and then they hop out. And when you start a TikTok live, that's exactly what happens. All these people join, and then you look up, and there's one person watching because no one wanted to stick around to watch your analysis on the Eagles game. Good pressure. Good pressure. Good pressure. Punt team. See that punt team. See it again. Great pressure. Love it. Dan, don't do it, bud. Don't get all tricky. Nakobe Dean's played really well since he came back. So good to see Nakobe Dean become what I feel like we all kind of thought when they took him in the 3rd round, when he slipped to the 3rd round. No way. They're not. There's no way they're going for it. They're going to try to draw him all sides again and call a timeout. No way. They're going to go for it on 4th and 5? Oh, that's what you get. That's what you get for trying to go for it on 4th and 5. Again. It's the 3rd time you've tried to go for it, you dipshit. What are you doing? 4th and 5 and you're going for it. Get the fuck out of here. Love that. Dan Campbell is single-handedly costing the Lions Like it's like he's trying to lose this game. It's exactly. When will they learn? I thought they would. I thought the Lions would have learned last time. They didn't. DG, did I work with Bill Calarulo? I didn't work with him. I got to know him a little bit, but yeah, me and Bill had a good relationship, but it was like it was fleeting. I mean, I got let go a little bit after he joined the Fanatic, so we didn't really get close or anything. But yeah, he's a good guy. So I'm happy to see him, doing well. So yeah, it was cool. He was a nice guy. I can't believe they went for it. I cannot believe they went for it again. That's wild. Like, I'm with you, Zing. Zen. I like Dan Campbell too, but this game he came in as just, I don't know, the CTE's taking over. Broncos clapped y'all. Okay, whatever, man. That was like 4 weeks ago. I don't give a fuck. Shockingly, I've moved on. Believe it or not. Somehow I found the strength to keep on living. After they lost like a week 6 game against the Broncos. Dan Campbell, the gambler, and doesn't know when to hold on. That's good. It's good, Steve. Dan Campbell is a hardo. Thinks he invented going for a 4th down. I do like him. Like, I really do. I don't disagree with like the hardo thing. But you would think after the 3rd failed trick play going for it, you'd think, all right, shit's not working. We'll move. No, they don't. Love Gargano. Gargano, Joey, is everything you want Gargano to be. Like, how he is on the air is how he is off the air. Right now, I'm not. Whoa. Missed that. Right now, I'm not sweating a loss to the AFC. That doesn't hurt. Yeah, exactly. I don't. Okay. I mean, I don't know. They might hang banners in Denver for beating the Eagles in like a week, whatever it was, week 7, week 8 game. Save some lives. Depends on what the man looks like, Rack. Depends on what there's a lot of more questions I have with that question. Would I kiss a man, save some lives? What's he look like? Are we just talking like a peck? Are we talking like a passionate, 90s teen movie, end of the movie, nerd gets the girl? Like what? But I'm not above saving some lives. Never done it before. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Is Mikey Miss hard to work with? Mikey Miss is a dick. And nobody liked working with him. And people that will tell you, oh yeah, no, they didn't. They didn't. He was a miserable human being. And he's one of maybe 5 people that I just did not like working with. Thought he invented radio. It's amazing. He came to the Fanatic. He was like the anti-Eskin, and then he slowly became Eskin. So, no. I don't like him. He has no problem with me, and he was very bothered by the fact that I did not like him. So, and I get, like, I'm baby shit soft, but he is also baby shit soft. Did I see Bryce Young today? I did not. I saw they won, but I imagine that was like the first good game Bryce Young's had in a while. What do you think about the Eagles bringing in Brian Dable? I would love it because I need just an established OC at this point. But the problem, and they're going for the push, by the way, on 3rd and 1. They learned their lesson from the first quarter. Oh, they jumped. Oh, Lions jumped hard. What? They're going to say the Eagles jumped? Oh, my God. Look, I mean, that's why you go for it on 3rd and 1. They're going to say the Eagles jumped. Now we do the very slow down replay. Let's see. What was that? What in the world? What the Okay. That's a bad call. I didn't want to rip Tyler Steen in that moment, but Lions defender has his hand in the neutral zone. That's supposed to be on the Lions, but whatever. 3rd and 5. It's all right. Just got to convert here. Oh. Deep ball. Oh my God. And they don't convert. They don't, because on 3rd and 5, they threw to Kyle Granson. I mean, that's great decision making. I was at the point of like being like, just take off and run and just pick up the first. And you throw Kyle Granson. Ooh, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's week 11. I don't think a lot of people know who Kyle Granson is. Ah, my God. Go Birds. 448, 3 tutties through the air. Good for him. Good for him. Punt team comes out for the Birds. You know, they should just say fucking run a fake and really piss off Dan Campbell. What are they doing? They ran out of time. Oh, all right. It was intentional. I think Hurts is. I don't think Hurts is terrible. I think that decision was terrible. I think he's a very good quarterback who finds ways to win. I think Jalen Hurts has perfected the I'm going to take what the defense gives me. So if I have to run, I'll run. If I have to throw, I'll throw. In that instance, I thought the decision making to throw to Kyle Granson on 3rd and 5 is just not. It's not it. You want to throw to Kyle Granson on 1st down? Go ahead. Key 3rd down? No, I'm not about that. Is that a flag? He fell down. No, it's not. Okay, good. What else we got here? Did I miss anybody? I'm sorry, Alan. I was like totally distracted by the penalty there. I mean, unfortunately, like the Eagles just got hosed on the call, but that's gonna happen. You know, refs are gonna make good calls. Refs are gonna make bad calls. Shit happens. So hopefully, it doesn't end up, you know, really impacting the end of the game too much. Where you sit back and you go, "Oh, there's that 3rd and 1 play where the refs fucked up and called the Eagles on a false start when they should have called the Lions for being in the neutral zone." Hopefully, but offense should be 25 per game with this talent. 100% they should. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think I said it like early on in the live in the first half, but like somebody asked like would it be a high scoring game? And I was like, well, you would think with both these offenses being so loaded, it would be a high scoring game. At that point, the Eagles had shut out the Lions in one drive and picked them off in the other. So the defense looked good. But I was like, dude, like honestly, watching this Eagles team this year, who knows? Because this should be a high scoring game. And no Eagles fan would be surprised if we're sweating out a 19-16 victory. Like, what do I do now? YouTube. That's why I beg people to subscribe to my YouTube channel, so I can start getting paid for that. But I have another YouTube channel that I do movie reviews and TV show recaps. That pays the main bills. I freelance for PHLY with Philly stuff. So yeah, but I would like the sports YouTube channel to get monetized. In order to do that, I need 1,000 subscribers, which causes me to beg you guys to subscribe. So, oh, I don't know. It should be. I don't know. What's the name of that? You get that too. I did not. I didn't get that, Zen. I'm sorry. Are you liking? I do, yeah. I'm not surprised that Guns turned DC around. Admittedly, I'm not as familiar with the DC characters as I was the Marvel, but they've really done like a 180. Like Marvel stuff sucks now, and I thought Superman was good. I didn't think it was like incredible. I thought it was good, but like I don't think it's a good sign for Marvel when Fantastic Four comes out and it's like this is incredible, and it's like this is like okay. But it like they had led up to so many bad movies that just an okay movie ends up being good. All right. Defense once again needs to bail the offense out. Not a good sign. All right. Oh, he picked up a lot of yards after getting hit there. Gotta make them pay. Also, yeah, absolutely do. How did I get? Well, the freelance stuff came about because I know so many people over at PHLY. Like half of PHLY, I used to work with the Fanatic, so that's how that came about. So to kind of get me in the door, it was like, all right, you can write articles on Phillies prospects because everybody knew that I was big into the Phillies minor league system. And I was like, all right. So I do that, which, and I'm going to tell you right now, in November, there's not a ton to write about with Phillies prospects. Oh, God, there he goes. Cuts back in. This isn't good. Fuck. Jahmyr Gibbs just rattle off a massive gain on a running back screen. My God, that was huge. Fuck, that's not good. I see GG. I don't think so. I think the Eagles have 2 more touchdowns in them, but I mean, again, should we be sweating out like the Eagles scoring 2 touchdowns for the rest of the game? Jahmyr Gibbs is so. I've never been a fan of taking running backs in the first round, and I'll tell you, I thought the Lions were pretty stupid for taking Jahmyr Gibbs in the first round. Another example. I just don't know ball. I just don't know ball because he's really good. Like, he's a true difference maker. Like, shit, man. Like, he was so shifty in that play. But there was like such a difference in them running a screen pass and then the Eagles trying to run one. TikTok wants me to encourage my viewers to share your live. Don't do that. Don't share it. Nobody needs to see this. It's I think we all know what this is. It's very mediocre. Just a dude lamenting an offense struggling. And this has got, I mean, like, they've been able to get A.J. Brown the ball, but still, they can't. Like, Devontae Smith hasn't really been involved this game. I think he's got maybe 1 catch, which is surprising. Because when you think about it, the Lions, I have to remind myself, they're missing 3 of their 4 starters in the secondary. And the Eagles have not been able to take advantage of that at all. And they've just been able to get bailed out by this defense. So 3rd and 4, Lions are in field goal range, but knowing Dan Campbell, he'll just go for it. Oh, shit. Who was that? Jalen Carter got pancaked. He probably would have been able to stop Jahmyr Gibbs on that had he not gotten knocked on his ass. All right, Lions pick up the first down. You think the Eagles will trade? No, I don't. Absolutely not. First of all, his dead cap money is insane. I think the A.J. Brown stuff is a lot of nothing, honestly. I think it's we need to talk about something. So Diana Rossini writes a story and then backtracks on it. But no, I think, look, like, this is what happened. Like, people will hear something and then they'll go like, oh, like, the Patriots called on A.J. Brown. It's like, oh, he's getting traded. No shit, the Patriots called on A.J. Brown. Like, think about it from your perspective of like a fantasy sports GM. Like, you can call on any player. The other team, though, is going to laugh at you, and that's probably what the Eagles did. You don't trade A.J. Brown when you're trying to like contend and win a Super Bowl. You acquire guys like A.J. Brown. He's still one of the best receivers in the league. This offense is just terrible. And the offense is terrible because of like play calling. It's nothing more than that. Good hit by Zach Bond because he probably had a touchdown there if he stayed his balance. But yeah, it's like, I mean, these stories come out and it makes it more than it is. But when you really like take a step back and you're like, okay, logically, his dead cap is what it is. Teams calling on him doesn't mean that the Eagles are interested in trading him. He's frustrated. Well, shit, I'm an Eagles fan. Who isn't frustrated right now? It's to the point where if you're a player on this team, if you're an offensive player on this team and you're not frustrated, there is something wrong with you. All these guys should be frustrated. I mean, how could they not be? Especially if you were on the team last year. Love that. 4th and goal. It'll be 4th and like 4. And you know what Dan Campbell's going to do? He's probably going to go for it. Our wide receivers can't catch. They have not. They have not been able to catch today. A.J. Brown's been able to catch today, but Devontae Smith's had rare drops, and Dallas Goedert's been bad. There you go. Dan Campbell's going to go for it. I guess his feeling is like eventually I'm gonna convert on one of these. Eventually. And if he doesn't, it's 5:20 left in the third, and the Eagles have horrible field position. All right. Get him. Get him, get him, get him. Love it. Love it. Love it, Dan Campbell. God, I love it. Oh, man. And that is all Jalen Phillips. Jalen Phillips gets the rush, rushes Jared Goff's throw. And again, when are you going to learn? Oh my God. Good coverage by Adoree Jackson. I got to give him credit on that one. Oh man, that is hilarious. That is like the fourth fuck up that Dan Campbell has had this game. That's unbelievable. Dan Campbell is like the gift that keeps on giving in this instance. Who do you think the Eagles' biggest threat? Who do you think is the Eagles' biggest threat? Well, if NFC, I would probably go with the Rams. AFC, until Buffalo actually does it and gets over the hump, I'm not buying it. So I'll go with the Ravens because like Buffalo, every year Buffalo finds a way to fuck up, which I love because I hate Sean McDermott. Like I really can't stand Sean McDermott. So every year, Lions are going to win because Caleb Williams is the best quarterback of all time. Sure. I don't think he's the best quarterback of all time. I think no. There's a guy named Rex Grossman who was a little bit better than him, but who cares about the AFC threat until you get there? Well, I was just answering the question. He said who was the biggest threat. Where's the McDermott hate coming from? Where do I begin, Zin? It starts the year where the Eagles and Comcast Sportsnet hyped up Sean McDermott in a stupid bucket hat all training camp as like the heir apparent to Jim Johnson, who that was the defense coordinator I grew up with, and how he was going to be so much better. He was horrible. Sean McDermott was absolute dog shit as a DC for the Eagles. What often gets forgotten is Juan Castillo was a better DC than Sean McDermott. I mean, you look up like yards and points per game and all of that, and he was better. And then the other big thing that like was the straw that broke the camel's back for me was if his team could have adequately done the push, they would have been in the Super Bowl last year. He's got a massive quarterback. I mean, the guy is like a statue of a quarterback. He should easily be able to do the push. They're not able to do it. They tried in the AFC Championship game. They failed. And then he comes during the offseason and says, like, we should ban it because of player safety. Sean McDermott is baby shit soft. Everybody in Philly will praise him because he's a Philly guy, as if we're like Shreveport, Louisiana. Fuck Sean McDermott. He's an overrated coach who finds ways to lose. He's a choke artist, and he's baby shit soft because of the fact that he thinks that the push should be outlawed because he can't do it correctly. And he hides behind the guise of like, it's player safety. No. It's not player safety, Sean. There's no evidence whatsoever that it's a dangerous play. Sean McDermott can go fuck himself. I wish him nothing but the worst. All right, go Birds. Deep ball. And again, yeah, they don't connect. Eagles did all they could in Philly. Time to move. Eagles are moving to Oakland. Go Bears, dickhead. Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think after all those years, Eagles should probably move to Bozeman, Montana. Would be a beautiful place. The anger sounds like Cheesecake Factory's really happening in the game. Totally, Mikey. Totally. Yeah. No, it's cool, Zen. It was like, dude, he was with the Eagles. Like he started his career with the Eagles, but he became DC with the Eagles back in like maybe 08, 09, and he was horrible. And they hyped him up so much. Hurst scrambles. He's got him. He's got Jahan Dotson. Way to hold on to it. Are they going to call that targeting? There's no way they call that. If this is a flag against the Lions, which is a flag on the play, I don't know what the flag would be. And the guy got injured. Go Birds, Logan. Always and forever. Oh, it was helmet to helmet. Okay, my mistake, ref. The New Kids on the Block movie was not good. Didn't see it, but I will take your word for it. Yeah, I'll take the flag. Initially I thought it was like literally just like they were going to call target. I didn't think it was targeting in the moment, but that's got to suck that you were sitting on the field injured as the ref is saying that you just cost your team 15 yards. Do you think Jalen Hurts will get a passing touchdown? I do think he will get a passing touchdown. But I will say I think he'll get one, but the wind is fucking with his accuracy tonight. So keep that in mind. Yeah, exactly. Got 15 and knocked himself out. Yeah, in the moment, I thought he just it was shoulder to shoulder. But hell of a job by Jahan Dotson to hold on to it. Good job by the Birds. Do you think Gibbs will? I hope not. But he's busted he's been their only offense. The only time the Lions have done anything on offense was Jahmyr Gibbs. Big runs. So, but the Eagles defense has been really, really, really good. Jahmyr Gibbs would have scored last drive had Zach Bond not knocked him off balance. If Jahmyr Gibbs would have stayed on balance, he would have walked in. All right. Birds at the 47. Pitched to Barkley on the wrong side. That's amazing. That is such a great 6-yard gain by Saquon Barkley, who gets the pitch and literally has no blockers and has 3 Lions barreling down on him. Where was the blocking? Bills, Eagles, Super Bowl. No, I have the Ravens because the Bills, I said a little earlier, Xander, until the Bills actually don't fuck up in the playoffs, I got to pick somebody else. I'll pick the Ravens. Ravens need to be healthy, though. That's such a good 6-yard game by Saquon Barkley. Because, oh, my God, if you guys didn't see it, it was amazing that he had literally nobody blocking. Kind of like now when Jalen Hurts gets a sack because the offensive line crumbled. I say this it seems like every game, a few times a game. I wish to God this Eagles offensive line was healthy for just one game, a full game, healthy O-line. In this instance, Lane Johnson's out. Tyler Steen is healthy, but he sucks. Cam Jurgens is coming back from being out for weeks. And that was Tyler Steen getting undressed. They need a right guard in the worst way. Somebody said in the first half live, they let Mekhi Becton walk, and boy, was it a mistake. And now you're backed up to 3rd and 15. And you're backed up so far you're not in field goal range. Deep ball, and he's held up. So no, nothing. Man, the deep ball accuracy just has not been there. I mean, I don't know if he's thrown in the wind in that point, but not good. Glad I'm not the only person who sees how bad Steen sucks. Steen's horrible. If they go into next season with Tyler Steen as their right guard, there is a huge issue. He's been the only guy who's been healthy. Pretty much. I think there was one game where he left early, and he's been dog shit. And you're just not used to it because you just kind of assume, oh, Jeff Stoutland's a miracle worker. He'll take me and you and he'll make us competent. Not the case. Sometimes you get a Tyler Steen who's just not very good. And it's a shame because they just with a healthy right guard, it makes right now their right side of the field is just there's nothing there. Fred Johnson's doing the best he can, but he's a backup and he's no Lane Johnson. And then you've got Tyler Steen you got to deal with. Hurt showing why he was replaced in college. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt on this because of the wind being so bad. I don't know if he's throwing in the wind this quarter, though. I think he is. But I don't know for a fact. And I say that because usually he doesn't miss this poorly with deep balls. And it was the same problem in the second quarter. First quarter, he was really accurate. He dealt with drops, which is kind of insane for the Eagles receiving core. But he dealt with a few drops. Second quarter came around, he's overthrowing guys left and right. And he wasn't throwing in the wind. I'm sorry. He was throwing with the wind. And the wind was just taking the ball. And that play looked like same thing. With that said, on a 3rd and 15, dude, I don't need you throwing deep balls if you're throwing with the wind because that's what's going to happen. Oh, we got a fight in the chat. Why has Saquon been so mid this season? Don, it's because because their play calling's been bad and their offensive line has been banged up legitimately all season long. Week 1, Landon Dickerson was coming back from surgery, and ever since week 1, every single week, someone's either been out or gotten injured or just not been in at all. And this week, they had their offensive line fully healthy, and Lane Johnson's of leaving in the first quarter with an ankle injury that at this point, I think every Eagles fan knows is going to plague him the entire season because he's had ankle injuries his entire career. His ankle's virtually caved in. So it's going to be this all year. But yeah, that's the reason why. Last year, their offensive line stayed pretty much healthy the entire year. And this year it's been the exact opposite. Someone has left the game or been out every single game. They haven't had a cohesive unit, and they don't have any depth. Like their backups, Brett Toth, horrible. Hell, as I talked about, their starter, Tyler Steen, horrible. Fred Johnson is good, but he's only so good. And by good, I mean like he's serviceable, but Aiden Hutchinson on Fred Johnson is not fair. Eagles offense sucks. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. KP has never called a play for AJ that wasn't a deep route. It certainly seems like that. I mean, my big complaint with the Kevin Patullo offense, and I don't know if it's Kevin Patullo and Sirianni or whatever, even if it's just Kevin Patullo, like then someone's got to be, and I said earlier, like the adult in the room and be like, what the fuck are we doing? But to me, AJ Brown made the majority of his impact with slant patterns. Cut 5 yards, cut in, catch the ball in stride, run up field. He was, picking up large chunks. And then, that would open up the deep ball, but his ability to cut inside, you don't see that anymore. Like we saw it twice this game, and I was like pleasantly surprised with it. But like it's shocking when you see AJ Brown in a slant pattern, and it's pretty much nothing but deep balls, go routes. Oh, was that picked off? No, it wasn't. No, unfortunately not. Eagles versus Lion watch along. Oh, fucking AI. I'm supposed to. The AI on TikTok wants me to debate Jalen Hurts' performance. So if we want to debate it, if we want to fight, like we're on First Take. I don't want to be Skip Bayless though. Eagles could still win. I think they will win. I'm not saying the game's over. I think they will end up winning. That's the thing. I don't think AJ. Someone said AJ Brown's a drama queen. I don't think so. I think AJ Brown is made out to be a drama queen because he's a wide receiver, and you're so used to wide receivers being a drama queen. But I don't think he is. Oh God, Jahmyr Gibbs in space. That's not good. He is so fucking shifty, man. Even there, he got rocked by Makuba, and he was able to stay on his feet. Huge gain. They should just. If I was Detroit Lions, I'd just call that play nonstop. Because every time they give him the ball in space, he makes plays. And every time they're asking Jared Goff to do much, he's having a bad game. A turnover would be great right now. Now's a great time to beg you guys. I apologize for everyone who's heard this a billion times. If you could click the link in my bio and go to my sports YouTube channel and subscribe, you don't have to watch anything on the channel. I simply need subscribers. That's it. I just need subscribers. And this isn't like a clout thing. YouTube makes you have 1,000 before you start getting paid. So I don't mind whoring myself out to get the 1,000, but or you could just type in Pat Egan on YouTube and subscribe that way. But I'd appreciate it. Help a guy out. Help me get off the pole and get off the streets. All right. Second down. AJ officially became the new T. See, I don't totally disagree with that. Completely disagree with that. And I think that's the problem is that rhetoric, that idea of like, oh, he's going to become TO. He's going to do sit-ups in his driveway. Like, what did he say that was so wrong? He's mad at the offense. Are you not mad at the offense? I'm pissed off at this offense. Every time I do one of these live watch-along things, the amount of people that are like, fire Kevin Patullo. How can you not be mad at this offense? Okay. He said, I'm not mad that we win. Obviously, I'm happy we win. I'm mad that I didn't make an impact. I will tell you right now, I resonate with that and then some. I said it with the first half watch-along. And some people might think this is a horrible comparison, but like when I play hockey, if we 10 goal a team and I don't have a point, I'm like, great. Like I'm the loser that made no impact in this game. Like I felt like I didn't help the team in any way. Like I was a waste. And he's a wide receiver who's talked about his mental health issues. Again, knocking Penn. Good job by Jalen Carter. 4th and 3. That's huge. But I think that Eagles fans have PTSD when it comes to the TO situation where everyone's so concerned that AJ Brown will become TO and he's giving you no indication at all that he's going to become TO. But we're so like, me, like I'm mid-30s and it's like, we all have like the fear of like you finally get a wide receiver. Oh my God, he's going to force his way off the team. He's never asked for a trade. The Diana Rossini reports she walked him back because it's Diana Rossini. It's just like it's a really popular talking point when there's nothing else to talk about. Let's talk about AJ Brown. I can't believe they went for it on 4th and 3 again. Like, do they realize they can punt? Now, in that situation, I get it because it's no man's land, but like you're throwing on 4th and 3 when your only offensive weapon is Jahmyr Gibbs. He's not even in the game. You don't even have Jahmyr Gibbs in the game. And you've got David Montgomery, by the way, wide open on the left side. Oh, Jesus. Hunter, yeah, they should be up 3 touchdowns. You're not wrong on that. AJ Brown is trying to voice loudly so it gets fixed. Here's the thing with the AJ Brown thing. I would rather have AJ Brown saying the quiet part out loud, which isn't that quiet anymore. Hey, what the fuck is up with our offense? We're better than this. I'd rather have that than someone sitting there head in the sand, the meme of the dog in the burning building saying this is fine, because it's not fine. And every Eagles fan knows it's not fine. Again, like you got Saquon Barkley dancing around trying to find a hole. There isn't one. It's like every live I do, there's someone like, oh, Saquon's cooked. Like, no, like last year, the holes that the offensive line was able to open up for him were massive. This year, they're not. There's only so much he can do. I brought it up earlier, like last drive. Like he had a 6-yard gain. It was incredible because he had 3 lions in front of him. And he was able to like turn the corner and avoid all of them. But to run to the side of Fred Johnson and Tyler Steen the majority of the time is just dumb. Especially when Aiden Hutchinson is on that side. Like, what the fuck do you think's going to happen? All right, dump off to Saquon. All right. Flag down, though. Let's see what the flag is. Oh, Vince, it's incredibly stale, man. Yeah, it looks like the Brian Johnson, Nick Sirianni play calling from 2023. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking low block. All right, let's see what it was. They called that? Come on, man. He fell down. I don't know. I think that's questionable. I'm biased, though. I'm a little biased. Go Birds. Lions defense is good, but as you said, they're missing players. The Eagles should. Yeah, Steve, that's like you sit there as a fan and you go like, okay, hey, the Lions are really good. They're 6-3, but they're one of the teams that you expect to be it. They're missing 3 of their 4 starters on their secondary. And what have you done? It's 2nd and 18. What have you done to take advantage of it? I get the win thing. I get it. But like at some point, you got to take advantage of the fact that you're playing backups. I mean, their best player has been Jalen Phillips. Like it's the 2nd week in a row where their offense has been bailed out consistently by their defense. At least the only difference is this time we got a touchdown before the 4th quarter. We are too healthy not to be picking on them. Yeah. Like, but this is why like Eagles fans will go come playoffs. Like you're not going to be able to win like this. I'm not going to have a real great retort. Because when you factor in, you can point out like the Lane Johnson injury, but for me, it's only going so far. All right, now we got a Wicked 2 commercial. I did get invited to the Wicked 2 screening on Tuesday, and I have to figure out if I'm going because I hate watch the first one so hard, but I'm invested now. I need to see the end of it. The offense is a joke. You put LMAO, but I'm not laughing, but you're correct. Should be a 3-score game. He might have been selling. I mean, he's just not a good actor, but that's why I was like, I wasn't going to die on the hill like it was like the worst call in the world, but I'm laughing. Yeah, it's like the maniacal laugh where like all you can do is laugh. No pass attempts in the middle third of the field is ass. And that's, I don't know if you were here, Carson, earlier, but I went on a whole tangent about how like they just don't throw to the middle of the field anymore. Last year, they abused teams with slam patterns, and they don't do it anymore. They'll do it a little bit with Devontae. His passing hurts his fault. I'm giving him a pass only because of the win factor, because he was so accurate in that first quarter, but he hasn't been great. But he's also dealt with a ton of drops. And I'm not going to ignore the drops. Like Dallas Goedert had 2 that were in his hands, and he just fucked up. Oh, we got a Netflix house commercial. That place was fun. Hurts 103 yards. And that's the thing. I do think it's deceiving. I do think that the numbers for Hurts are a little bit deceiving because of the drops. But to be fair, his decision making to throw deep balls with the wind sailing the ball is dumb. Like, quarterbacks coach, whoever, someone's got to get in his ear and be like, "Yo, if your back is to the wind, like don't be throwing deep balls. Like the wind is going to take it and sail it 5 yards over your intended target." Like, the one thing about Jalen Hurts you can say is his deep ball is extremely accurate. So to see it be this inaccurate this game, you go like, all right, it's probably the win factor, but he's got to be smarter than that. All right, 2nd and 18. He's got the flat wide open. Easy to take off and run. He's going to end up picking up like 4. Oh, clipped his ankle there. That's not good. A scumbag move. Just keep running the same play. The Lions keep running. Yeah. But the thing is, they tried to run a wide receiver screen with A.J. Brown earlier, and it was a disaster because their offensive linemen just weren't fast enough to get out and block. And that's, I think, the big difference is the Lions' offensive linemen are able to get out in space and block. And then you're asking Fred Johnson. Now, the problem, too, is they're doing it to the Fred Johnson side, where you're asking Tyler Steen and Fred Johnson and maybe Cam Jurgens coming back from an injury to block. So, yeah, them not being fleet of foot to get out there, I'm not overly surprised. No one open. Did he catch that? Caught it. A.J. Brown. Now, it's going to be 4th down, but it's close enough where you think about going for the push. There's a fucking flag on the play. Let's see what it is. All right, flag on Detroit. See what it is. No, it wasn't a late hit. I was being facetious with the scumbag thing. I don't think he was actually like trying to injure him. All right, defensive holding. Automatic first. That's huge because that was a 4th down play. Is he asking if we want to accept? Dude, with what happened last week, Vince, with Sirianni and that non-field goal attempt, I'd ask to. Brown looks sad that he caught that. Someone get him a new book. I have to approve that question. I'd crack up if they showed A.J. Brown on the sideline reading Harry Potter. I think that'd be hilarious. But I just don't think anyone in this offense is like willing to laugh at this point because it's not funny. Oh, Barkley's got space, and there's a fucking flag for probably a hold that they're going to review it, and you're going to be like, that had nothing to do with the run. So it's even more infuriating. Barkley's like running with that massive chain that I just noticed. Mailata got clipped with a holding call, so that's coming back, which fucking sucks. Let's see, did he get him? Yeah, he did. Yeah, it's a holding call all day. Alex Anzalone has been all over the field for the Lions. Him and Gibbs are like the only ones who've like shown up today. Browns look sad that he got that comment. All right. 1st and 19 for the Birds. 1st and 19, not great. Tank Bigsby time. Again, if you're new and you want to help me out, if you could just click the link in my bio and subscribe to my YouTube sports channel, I'd appreciate it. I need subscribers. Thank you. That's all. I'll probably hit that 4 more times before the live is over. Oh, I love when Chris Collinsworth starts bringing up PFF. Because I feel like PFF is used only to make your argument. And what I mean is like, you'll be watching, you're like, this guy's trash. And then you'll go on the PFF rankings, and the PFF rankings are like, oh no, he was actually the third best receiver. And you're like, bro, I watched him drop 4 passes in one game. He had 16 yards. What the fuck are you talking about? And PFF's like, no, you don't get it. Like, you don't know ball like we know ball. And the only time you ever hear people actually use PFF stats is when it's like they're trying to just use more ammunition for their argument. Oh, this guy's really, really good. It's run by, and by the way, PFF ranked him as the 4th bet. Tyler Steen is great via PFF. No, he's not. It's amazing how Chris Collinsworth has NBC just wrapped around his finger. Like, oh, hey, buy my shitty stat service and hire my kid that sounds just like me because of nepotism. First down. I'll subscribe after the game. Remember you from the. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I do like your name, by the way. Squirrel Pickle. Tank is a hard. We should have all known that that AJ Dillon was not the guy when they traded for Tank Bigsby before the season, because they have this very similar running styles, even though Tank is smaller. But I had a buddy the other night was like, "What the hell's going on with AJ Dillon?" I was like, "I think he's cooked." Everybody should have been on high alert when they traded for Tank Bigsby. All right, 1st and 10. Eagles are moving the ball a little bit. Got bailed out on a couple of first and longs or second longs. Deep ball overthrow. At this point, please stop throwing deep balls. The score, by the way, is what's the score, doofus? I was going to say it, but now I'm not. No, it's 13-6 Eagles. 4th quarter. I subscribed in the 3rd quarter. You're a real one. I appreciate that. Sincerely, I do appreciate it. And you don't have to watch anything on the sports YouTube channel, but as I said, it's very difficult when you start a YouTube channel to just get people to subscribe to it. Getting people to click a button. Oh, what's up, King? The deep ball's not been good, Vince. It's been horrible tonight. And since they flipped the field, I can't even blame the wind on that one. Like I did earlier. Just throw it away, dude. All right, it'll be 3rd and 10. The last thing the Eagles need right now is another drive to stall out. Eagles fans are bad. Oh, we're the worst, man. We're so bad. We're the dirt worst. I'll tell you, on my free time, I have a credit card skimmer. Just steal identities. Yeah. It's only because I'm an Eagles fan. All right. 3rd and 10. I mean, you need yards just to get in a field goal range, but converting would be cool. I mean, we finally got a slant pass, but unfortunately, he needed 10 yards and he threw for 5. So Jake Elliott time again. Jesus. Bears fans here rooting for Eagles so we can keep well, Jim, I mean, it's about to be 16-6, but neither offense looks good. Dan Campbell thinks this decision to go for a 49-yard field goal is bonkers. He's like, what are they doing? Why aren't they just going for it on 4th down? But he nailed it. So it's 16-6. 10-15 left. You watched the 49ers put Arizona Cardinals in the trash? I did not. I saw the score of it, though. But no. The Cardinals are just that, like, the NFC version of the Bengals. It's like they just can't get out of their own way. They're an example of, like, fuck. We don't really know if our quarterback's all that good, but we have to sign him to a massive deal. So we're just going to sign him and hope for the best. Oh, shit. We signed him that deal. He's not all that great. Fuck. What do we do now? And now they're in that situation. Like, I don't think anybody in the Cardinals thinks that, like, Kyler Murray's the guy anymore. Well, I mean, Biggs, Jalen Hurts would tell you as long as they win, that's all he cares about. And right now he's doing enough for them to win. He looked like in that drive, he looked okay until it just stalled out. But he was the one who kind of put them in field goal range, along with some penalties. But Saquon again, hasn't done much. I don't blame Kyler Murray. That O-line has been horrible for 3 seasons. Okay, that's fair. I'm not gonna argue on that. It has not been good. I don't usually mind Collinsworth, but the fact that he got Jack Collinsworth hired and all that shit, that's just annoying to me. Did the world need Jack Collinsworth? Was anyone being fuck? I mean, and the thing is, I wonder what the people that have to work with him think, because they're sitting there going, and this is just coming from somebody that worked in the industry. When somebody's the Arab, when they haven't earned it, and Jack Collinsworth hasn't earned it. Nick did bring that up. Did bring up the win factor. Jack, I don't know the stats, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tank Bigsby's over. I think he's probably slightly under, but Tank's had some good runs. Oh, Danny, you're back. What up, girl? To sit Barkley for longer than 2 snaps. I mean, as selfishly as a guy that has Saquon Barkley on my fantasy team, I would like it if they didn't. But I mean, they can't get any holes for Saquon, it seems like. Did Spike earn it? Honest question. I will tell you right now, I'm not a Spike Eskin fan, and that's mainly because he was too chicken shit to even give me an interview back in the day, and I hold a grudge. But with that said, yeah, no, he earned it. He legitimately earned it. He was a program director in Chicago, was on the air in Chicago, albeit from music station, but yes, he has earned it. He wasn't just handed that job. 100% earned it. And this is coming from a guy that if Spike announced tomorrow that he was moving to Madrid, I'd be good riddance. Because again, it rubbed me the wrong way. When he went to New York, you host a Sixers podcast and you're wearing Knicks stuff. I would never. I'm above that. You'll never see me in a Mets hat jersey, and there he is because he works for WFAN. He's wearing Knicks stuff. That's fucking gross to me. So then it makes me wonder, okay, are you just grifting with this Rice to Ricky Sanchez podcast, or you have gotten all these, hardo followers and devotees, and they don't even care that you're wearing Karl Anthony Towns jerseys? I don't know. But yeah, he earned it. Devon doesn't wear. Fuck, Gibbs pick up the first down. I've never seen Devon wear a jersey. I know he has jerseys. I know he had a jersey from Phoenix and Brooklyn. And I'll ask him actually, but I know he wore Brooklyn stuff. I knew he wore Phoenix stuff because I actually bought him Phoenix stuff before. I don't know if he wears Knicks stuff, but I think he has some. But in that situation, though, I do think it's different because he's literally got family on the team. And not just oh, he's my third cousin. No, he's my cousin. But I can tell you, he wasn't happy when he got traded to New York. Jalen Phillips again. Oh, he just missed sacking him. Just missed it. Talking about the guy in Philly. Yeah, somebody asked me, Nick, earlier, if Spike Eskin earned, if it was nepotism or if he earned his job. So I was explaining. Yeah, he actually did earn his job. I didn't even wear an Orioles hat when I went to a game there. I'm the same way, man. I have one jersey that's not the team that I like, and it is a Edmonton Oilers third jersey from 2003 that I just loved. I love this jersey so much, and I have that, and I rarely wear it. That hit the ground. 3rd and 10 coming up. Short scored onside. Jim, I gotta complete a 3rd and 10 at this point. There's also a lot. I don't think so because there's so much time left. There's 9:20 left in this game. Never mind. They're going 3 and out. Thank you for dealing with our trash. I have a LeBron rookies Cavs jersey. Looks like that was tipped. Good defense by Dory Jackson. Punt team again. I'm sorry. Actually, it's 4th and 10. You got to go for it. They're not able to bring out their punter. Called it, yeah. But yeah, basketball wise, DG, I only have Sixer stuff. I have a Maxey jersey, an Iverson jersey, a Dr. J jersey. I wanted a Chris Bosh jersey really badly when he was in Toronto. When I was in I don't know, maybe 14, but I never got it. But that's it. I never had anyone else. I don't know what the fuck happened on that play. But anyway, it'll be Eagles ball. Eagles are trash. I mean, in fairness, sir, they are 7-2 and they are winning this game, but they don't look good. Why didn't the Lions kick for points? Because Dan Campbell is doing his best job to cost his team this victory. And that is the best answer that I can give you. Yeah, Dory looks good in this game. He got cooked one play, and that was it. He got cooked on the touchdown. But other than that, this has probably been the best Dory Jackson game we've seen. Yeah, Vince, you're not wrong. Who was the worst Nepo, Jack Collinsworth or Chris Sims? Steve on the YouTube chat asked the Nepo question. Probably Jack Collinsworth, and I only say that because Chris Sims at least is a former NFL quarterback, albeit not a good one. But at least you can chalk it up to okay, he played in the league. Jack Collinsworth, all he did was go to Notre Dame and have daddy make phone calls. With a commercial break and 33 of you now here, 34. We're quickly climbing, going viral. If you could please click the link in my bio, find my sports YouTube channel, and just subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. You don't have to watch anything. You don't have to watch any videos, but just please subscribe. I need subscribers. If you can't do that, if you just type in Pat Egan on YouTube, it'll pop up. And then, yeah, again, I just need 1,000 subscribers. And once I get that, I'll stop begging. But because trust me, nobody finds the begging of hit the follow button worse. And I'll never beg anyone to follow me on any account. But in this particular case, in order to get off the streets, to get off these mean streets, and start getting paid on YouTube, I need 1,000 subscribers. So alas, here I am, hat in hand, begging. Thank you. I'm gonna make my girl subscribe. Yeah, use every Gmail account you have. And I'm telling you, your girl is gonna sit there and be like, why is this guy ranting about a UFC card? And you'll be like, oh, that's Pat. Don't worry about it. Don't watch it. Keep it moving, but don't unsubscribe. And then all of a sudden I might win her over. Steve, I only have a Vegas Golden Knights from moving out there. That's the worst part about some of these new teams that come along. I love the Kraken jersey. Love it. I can't bring myself to buy it. Was it hard? Wait. Fuck. I missed the question. Was it hard finding Sixers topic on the radio during the tanking? Yes and no. Yes, because of the fact they were so bad. No, because luckily for sports radio people, the Sixers were going on during the Eagles, so you kind of put them to the wayside. But yes, it was. It was also fun, though, in the sense of you knew there was a diamond in the rough in there somewhere. You just didn't know who it was. And then you'd be like, oh, I think it's the Robert Covington guy. So, but we just didn't talk a ton about them. Good play call there. Get Dallas Goedert. Nice 15-yard game. Vince, I do appreciate that. Thank you. Big Four to win a championship. Go Birds. So my big four, Eagles, Phillies, Sixers, Flyers in that order. Plastic Stars. Weird question. Were you ever on center field? I don't even know what that is, but no, I was not. I can't wait to Google that and find out it's not something you want to be on. But we're here for weird questions. I had some guy asking me earlier if I would smell Pat Mahomes, because he was all kinked up on a Sunday night. Joe, Mr. Steal Your Girl. That's me. Everybody wants a 5'3" short king. Everyone wants to lose the girl to that. Yeah, no, Nate, I'm not, or Nick, I'm not even kidding. Yeah, the guy was weird as hell. He's been on a couple of them and he just trolls, but his questions are just bizarre. We had a Spider 2Y banana quote. I gotta Google what centrifuge is. Now I'm curious. Yeah, the guy, as I said, we don't kink shame on the TikTok live, but the guy was on one. Second and second too. Again, there's just like nowhere to run, and he might actually he's going to pick up at least a yard. But this is one of those seasons where you watch Saquon Barkley, and for the most part, you go like, yeah, okay, he's definitely having a down year. But some of the runs that he is able to get like a yard, and you're like, he shouldn't be able to get any. He should be hit for a loss. My God, they're showing all the play callers that Jalen Hurts had to deal with since college. All right, let me Google what centrifuge is because now I don't know what that is. They go for the push, but I don't think they got it. But they'll just go for it again. Yeah, they're just gonna go for it again. John Ross to play AJ Brown. The Eagles had John Ross for like a hot second. I actually thought that signing John Ross was like a good decision because he was always banged up with injuries, but he's like a forgotten top 10 pick. Him and Kevin White are like the two guys I think of in like the 2010s of like just forgotten first round wide receivers that didn't even come close to panning out. All right, they do it for the push again. Oh my God, what are you doing? And they jumped. Dude, what in the blue fuck are you doing? I don't need to see Darius Cooper again for the rest of the season after that. And now you got to punt. Good fucking God, man. You're at home. Like, how does that happen? Well, first of all, what was he doing on the field? What in the world? Out of all the people, Darius Cooper, get out there. It's just dumb. Why? Yeah, why was he even in the game? I personally feel like the Eagles have gotten bailed out 2 straight weeks they've gotten bailed out because they're playing a coach that is just worse than their own coach. Like Matt LaFleur last week was brutal. Dan Campbell this week has been this is one of the worst coaching decision making I've seen. Cooper never be as a Lions fan, even down 10, I feel like this game's disappointing for both teams. 100%, man. Travis, it's like, and I mean, from our standpoint as an Eagles fan, this is now the second straight week in a row where the offense has looked gross. I mean, just like there's just nothing to it. You know, it's like the quietest 16 points ever. And that's where we're at. You just, as an Eagles fan, you keep waiting for like last year's team to show up, and they just don't. I actually hate the Eagles go Lions. You guys need to win this. I think they will. I mean, like, look, it's 6 minutes left in the game. The Lions are down by 10. I think they will hold off with the way the Eagles defense has been playing. The Eagles defense has been playing great for 7 straight quarters. But it's one of the, and there's a famous quote. I don't know how many of you remember it. There's a famous quote from Mike Schmidt when he was on the Phillies. And he said, like the worst part about being an athlete in Philly is winning, and then everybody complains about it the next day. And this is one of those examples where like they will win, and I will be happy if they hold off and get the dub. But you don't come out of this game skipping to work tomorrow being like, yeah, birds are great. Let's go birds. You're gonna be like, fuck, man, like what is going on with the squad? And a large part of that too is the fact that the Eagles fans vividly remember 2023 when the team was like 9-0, the wheels completely fell off, and it was a similar situation. You had a rookie OC that you promoted from within. The offense looked lost. Your head coach was going off and screaming at everybody and having to be restrained by Big Dom. Like, it was a disaster. The big difference, though, was back then you had Tweedledee and Tweedledum running your defense. This year, you have Vic Fangio running your defense, and Vic Fangio is way more obviously competent than Sean Desai and Matt Patricia, where, okay, now at least your defense can win you some games. They did it last week, and they're once again doing it this week. But, you know, I think Eagles fans, like, and I'm talking to somebody that does sports radio in Cleveland, and she's like, I can't believe, like, you guys complain so much. It's like, well, yeah, because we remember what happened 2 years ago, and the team doesn't look good. Like, we know what a good team looks like. We watched it last year. Again, though, this is a really good time to beg you people, because there's 65 of you on here. I got to take my chances when there's a lot of people watching, to just click the link in my bio. That will take you to a sports YouTube channel. And if you could please click the subscribe button, please subscribe. You don't need to watch anything. In fact, I don't think you probably should. It's very mediocre content, but you'd help me out because I need 1,000 subscribers to start getting paid. If you can't do that, because somebody said they couldn't click the link earlier, just search Pat Egan in YouTube. It'll pop up. Thank you very much. Go Birds. 2nd and 10. A rare miss for Jahmyr Gibbs. So that was good. 15-yard line. Oh, great pressure. Great pressure. Oh, they almost picked it off. Not only was it great pressure, but Jordan Davis again got his hand up. Jordan Davis is playing really, really well. As the Bears, thank you for the help. Yo, you know how you can thank me? I just said it. Click that link in the bio. Subscribe. I'm not asking anyone to follow me on like TikTok or Twitter. Actually, don't. You'll be heavily disappointed. But in this instance, I need subscribers. I do have a link in my bio. I do. I have the link tree in my bio. But again, if you can't for whatever reason see it, just search Pat Egan in YouTube and it'll pop up. But I have a link. It's there. Oh my God, he's wide fucking open. How is he that wide open? That's a huge gain for Detroit. 27 yards. Fuck. That was 3rd and 10. You're looking like you're off the field and you're not. Man, that's just a fuck up. Yeah, it did look like prevent defense. I am, in fact, an Eagles fan. I don't know what gave it away. It might have been the jersey, but I am. But go Birds to you and yours. But if you're not, that's cool. You know, cheer for your team. All good. The Eagles are getting really, really, really good pressure on Jared Goff. Like, he's had to force a lot of these throws. It wasn't a good play by the defense as a whole. See, Crystal, I'm going to disagree with you on this one. That Adoree can't cover blankets. This has been the best game that Adoree's played. He's actually been really good, I think. It's not cool to not be a Birds fan on. No, you don't have to be a Birds fan. It's fine. As long as I don't have to deal with, like, every once in a while I have to deal with like a troll that just like is dead set on like trying to ruin my day. Those people suck. But like, again, oh man, Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis have been out here like the Dikembe Mutombo, just knocking shit down. Now it's 3rd and 10 again. That's got to be like the 5th or 6th batted ball at the line from those two. Oh, if you he's been chill this game, but usually he's usually you can smell burnt toast and it's Adoree Jackson. But this game, I think he's been all right. I respectfully disagree with you. You're unemployed. Yeah, like last week, guy. Yeah, I'm unemployed. Meanwhile, that guy has to answer to a boss, and I have to answer to me. Albeit I'm begging people to subscribe. So who's really winning in this situation? All right, no flags. Eagles get off the field, 4th and 10. 5 minutes left. Let's just drain some clock and get out of here. Another touchdown would be cool. Should be here their whole careers. I mean, I'll agree with Carter. I'm still not sold on Jordan Davis yet, but maybe that's just the 4 years where he was not very good. Yeah, Crystal, 100% correct on that one. And it's the second. I don't know if you're here for it, but I said earlier it's the second week in a row where the Eagles defense just bailed them out. Like the Eagles defense has been completely changed. I said it in the first half watch along, but ever since they got Jalen Phillips in the building, it's like they got Jalen Phillips in and Nolan Smith came back and BG's in the building, and all of a sudden, like they look way different. Crazy what a pass rush will actually do for you. When it's not like, oh, who's your best pass rusher? Josh Uche. Kobe Dean doing a little yoga. Never tried yoga. I mean, the classes are like $25. Who can afford it? From Melbourne, Jesus. Which team should I root for? Non-bandwagon. Well, Keaton, unfortunately, if you're looking for a non-bandwagon, it's not going to be my team, the Eagles, because they're 7-2. I wouldn't suggest cheering for the Bengals. Let's just go for the teams you shouldn't cheer for. The Bengals are the cheapest team in the NFL. They basically buy things on Groupon. So they're never going to win. You want a team that is not very good right now, but at least has a competent ownership group and a chance to win. Man, who would you go for? I mean, I'd love it if you joined the Eagles bandwagon, but Carolina's ownership wants to win, but that's like a non-bandwagon take. I'd go Carolina if you're not going to choose the Birds. I think the popular thing is I'll pick Cleveland because they're miserable. I'll pick Barkley almost busted one. Picked up 9 though. And I completely understand that, but I don't want to pick a team that's if I were picking a football team to follow, you really want to look at the ownership group and how dysfunctional the organization is, because that'll tell you the Jets are a good example of this. The Jets are a completely dysfunctional organization. They're not going to win. They're a shit show. Someone said the Bucks. The Bucks are a really good choice. Although they're a playoff team this year, so I don't know. I want to go with the Browns because I think they're just a very dysfunctional run organization. I don't think you're going to win with the Browns. And what I think you want is a team that's not very good now, but at least you have hope. I think the Browns are going to give you what they've given the fans in Cleveland, which is nothing but heartache for 60 years since Otto Graham was the quarterback. And that was back when quarterbacks wore unitards. So I wouldn't pick them. But hey, man, it's your choice. I can tell you Philly fans and Bills fans are the closest you'll find to soccer fans in terms of the oh great, Cam Jurgens is leaving. Just what the Eagles need. Cool. Love that. More Brett Toth. Fuck my life. But yeah, they're the closest to rabid fans that you'll find in the NFL. If you're looking for that kind of angle of it. Actually, you know what? The Vikings might be a good choice. They've never won a Super Bowl. They have a young quarterback. They're a pretty decently run organization. The Vikings might be your choice. Chicago Bears are a good choice. Yeah. Looks like they kind of have their shit together a little bit. That's cool, Callaway. You can cheer for your team, bud. All good. I won't kick you off until playoffs. I won't be kicking anybody off in a week 11 game. Even though this game sucks. This game is not good for either side. Texans, yeah. I really like D'Amico Ryan as a coach. They got the push. They should get the first down, but it's going to be really close. It could be really, 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 really close. And this is the problem with not having Cam Jurgens is now you have Brett Toth doing the – oh, they're saying he didn't get it. Yeah, now they're saying – all right. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. They stopped the push. Twitter's going to erupt with people celebrating the fact that the Eagles did not convert. So it's 3 minutes left. Eagles are up by 10, 16-6. Lions are in field goal range, but I still feel pretty good about this game. Yeah, Toth is terrible. I never want to see him again. Thanks, Ron. I said it earlier on my I did a first half watch along and then I did a second half one. But I wasn't banking on that video blowing up. I just did it for fun because I'm not actually all that pissed off at the Cheesecake Factory. I don't go there enough. But I got a ton of new followers from it, and they're going to be so disappointed when they actually watch my mediocre content and realize I'm not just going to chain restaurants and venting. They're going to be what the fuck? This guy's just telling bad dating stories and Philly sports videos and emo outfit of the day videos. Oh, get him. Fuck. Good pressure though. Again, they're forcing him out of the pocket, but I do appreciate it. And the 80. Yeah, it's just, the funny part is people are legitimately annoyed in the comment section with Cheesecake Factory. And I'm I'm boycotting them for 3 weeks until I want cheesecake again. I do find it funny on the people that are just make it at home. I'm what do you think this is, the Great British Bake Off? I'm not making cheesecake at home. I can't do that. Richie, I do appreciate it. I'm just extremely self-deprecating. Right now, by the way, someone asked who won. Good hit. Ball come out? Fuck, didn't. Dave Montgomery or somebody said who won? The game's still going on at 16-6. Eagles are winning, 2.5 minutes left. Third down. Ron, I am in Philly right now. Nakobe Dean with a really good play. Again, defense just bailing the offense out. Nakobe Dean knocked David Montgomery into Jared Goff. All right. Great play. 3rd and 17. Oh, sorry, I'm not getting everybody. You know what's funny about the Cheesecake Factory is Jared Goff drops back. Oh my God, how did you not pick that off? Reed Blankenship came so close to picking it off. When I haven't been actually eaten at the Cheesecake Factory in years. But when I go, which now at the prices, I'm not gonna be able to afford it. When I go, I will order the apple crisp first because you should eat dessert first. I'm a firm believer in this. And I eat all the apple crisp, and then I get a cheesecake to go. So I eat the apple crisp. Then I get the meal. I eat like a little bit of the meal, and then I take that to go. And then I get the cheesecake to go. All right, timeout, Birds. 2:03 left. It's 4th and 17, so this game should be locked up unless they convert somehow. Bears, Eagles, Alliance. Yeah, that's crazy, by the way, how like the Bears and the Eagles do have this like all of a sudden this like formed alliance with each other. Kellen Moore gave you the playbook. And you know what, dude? He's not the only one. Teresa, it's not just that. It was Brian Johnson with Shane Steichen. Like Shane Steichen had this offense working. Brian Johnson comes in, and Nick Sirianni is like, no, I think I got it, Chief. And Nick Sirianni and Brian Johnson managed to fuck it up. And then you get Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore gives you the playbook, as you said. And then Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni managed to fuck it up again. So, amazingly, they're not going for it on 4th and 17. I fully expected Dan Campbell to go for it. But it's a 54-yard field goal. I don't know the wind situation. I don't know if he's kicking into the wind or not. I don't think he is. And we'll find out. He hit it. So, minute 58 left. Detroit has all their timeouts. Eagles only have one timeout. Shouldn't really matter. But it is now 16-9. Eagles. So, and then you figure they'll do an onside kick. Cheesecake Factory is good. It's just it's a chain restaurant and the food is good. I like it, but I have a trash palate. But it's really overpriced. That was the point of the video I made. It was like the cheesecake that I got, it was like way smaller than I was used to from there. And then it was like also like double the price. But it's good. I mean, I like it. Richie, you're not wrong, man. The offense is very disappointing. Do you ever get tired of seeing the push? I don't, Campbell. I don't. I enjoy it, but I'm biased. When you have a play, and their owner Jeffrey Lurie said this at the owners' meetings. When you have a play that you've developed and basically no one can stop it, it's like that's a wet dream. Those are his words, not mine. And yeah, like I mean, for the Eagles, there's something reassuring. And granted, like the Lions stopped it, so credit to them. But there's something as a fan about having a play where you get down to like 3rd and 1, and you're like, we're good. We'll keep it moving. And I understand the frustration because I can tell you, watching college football, I like Temple's football team, Temple University. They're in the American with Army and Navy, and when Army and Navy are humming. When those two teams are humming with their triple option, it's the same thing. You know, like Army and Navy will get down to like 3rd and 1, and I'm like, just give them the first down. And it's infuriating to watch as an opposing fan, but as a guy that watches it in the pros, I love it. So I don't get tired of it. It's a really long answer for you. They're not going for the onside kick. I guess with 3 timeouts. All right. Lisa said I wasn't mediocre on YouTube. Hope everything's well, Lisa, with you and the fam. Thank you. Again, I'm just very self-deprecating. That's the problem. I worked in an industry with so many high-level egos that it turned me off completely, and now I'm like very, very, very self-deprecating. because I just went the opposite. I was so turned off by like people in the industry that had egos, where I'm like, bud, you didn't like reinvent the wheel. You're good, but you're not like that good. That I just went completely opposite. Yep, need one first down. Should be good. It looked like it was snowing. Any chance to get back on the radio? Probably not. I'm not actively looking to get back. I'll put it to you that way. Like I could have called up WIP and been like, I'm available. Good run by Saquon. He picks up like 4. But I said it earlier. I just have no interest of like being told what to talk about. And that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to like build up my sports YouTube channel and be able to just talk about what I actually care about. There was nothing worse than being on the radio for 4 hours and talking about a topic that you don't really care about. But you have to make it sound like, the world will end if, I don't know, the Phillies don't figure out a left-handed reliever situation at the pen or something. It's just like that was like kind of soul crushing a little bit. There were days where I would come in and I'd have to remind myself, like, you're actually lucky you're not digging ditches. And some of those days were like when the boss is like, you got to talk Eagles. And I'm like, well, what is there to talk about? They're playing the Titans this week. There's nothing to talk about. Talk Eagles. I don't know. That's what we pay you for. You figure it out. Great. Not a great run, but it'll be like 3rd and 4. Did they offer you PHLY? Well, I freelance DG with PHLY. I freelance and do Philly stuff. I was on there Friday with Tyler Zulli, who does the Philly show, and I was on there during their Phillies postseason stuff. So I was on there for the pregame show, postgame show. We did a watch along. So yeah, I mean, I worked there, but I freelance for them. And yeah, Nick Yip worked for PHLY. But that's like, it's when I want to. Like right now it's November. Like I write about Phillies prospects. Like there's not a ton to write about with Phillies prospects. So during baseball season though, it's like I probably write like 6 articles a month. And usually it's like top 3 of the week. Did they jump? Motherfucker. Fred Johnson jumped. Damn it. Spider 2Y Banana. Would love to see it. What platform do you engage in the most? Do you do these TikToks? Yeah, so Richie, I do a watch along basically every week for the Eagles game. There's been 2 that I haven't been able to. One of them was the first Giants game, because I was at the PHLY place doing the Phillies game. The other one was last week. I got hopped on in the 4th quarter, but I had Netflix House, like soft opening that I RSVP'd for. But primarily I'm on every week doing Eagles stuff. And then fuck. Oh, there's a flag. That's good. That's good. Can't cheat. Can't do that, Rock Yasin. I was a huge fan of you at Temple, by the way. Huge fan. I was a huge fan of you at Temple. But you can't do that. Fun story about Rock Yasin. I think he was at a school in it wasn't Abilene Christian. Might have been Abilene Christian. They just like disbanded their football program, and then he was like, all right, I'll just transfer up. And he transferred to Temple and then got drafted. But yeah, I do these, and then like every once in a while when I'm home at night, if I don't have a hockey game or a movie screening that night and like the Sixers are playing, I might do like a Sixers one. But yeah, I do these pretty much every time. And then like engaging wise, I'm really bad tonight. Normally right by now by the score B is 16-9 Birds. They just got a first down, so it's gonna probably clinch it, barring like an epic collapse. They need like 1 first down, and then it's kneel downs. But usually I'm really good about getting everybody's comments. But Packers fan, no problem. If you had to get one Eagles jersey, what would you get? Well, Ethan, this one's a My Lotta jersey that I've had for 3 years. And I have a Nolan Smith one. So those are the 2 that I have that are currently on the team. And then I have a Dawkins one. I think everyone should have like one that is timeless. So you can go Dawkins, you can go Westbrook, McNabb if you want. But you're not going to go wrong with Jalen Hurts. Like he's going to be here for a while. So no, you know what? It's the mirrored thing. Everyone thinks it's an Hurts jersey. No, it's 68. I thought it was ironic, a 5'3" little white boy wearing the jersey of the Australian rules football offensive lineman. Yeah, they kind of. I mean, I thought it was a ticky-tack call, Steez, but again, Kevin, yeah, they're going to escape with a win, but it's not going to feel great. I now have a Smith jersey, but I had a Wentz jersey. So I had such bad luck. Like I have a Kiko Alonso jersey. I had such bad luck with jerseys that when I bought the Wentz jersey, I bought the Dawkins jersey. So I'm like, I need something where if this guy just implodes, I at least have like one I can wear. It was good for a while, but we all know what happened. I have a Trent Cole jersey that was good for a long time. I should bust out. I should still wear that. But final timeout by the Lions. Jordan Davis getting a lot of love, which he deserves. I've been a big Jordan Davis hater for his career, but he balled out tonight in a big way. Do Vegas win against? I think Dallas wins, but Dallas is such a confusing team this year. They'll go out there and they'll look good, and then and then they'll look like shit. He has DG. He has shut me up. Like it's a funny story. I did a whole video for that YouTube channel that I'm begging everyone to subscribe. If you haven't, link in the bio, or you could just simply search Pat Egan in YouTube. I just need subscribers. But I did a whole video on like, hey, he's a bust. First down, by the way, that'll clinch it. That'll get the dub. I was like, he's a bust. Jordan Davis is a bust, and it's okay to say it. Like, it's fine. We don't have to make it any more than he is. Like, he was outplayed last year by Milton Williams. He was outplayed by Moro Ojomo. Like, Moro Ojomo's better. Like, it's fine. You can say it. Like, not every pick that Howie has had has been good. They traded up for him. He hasn't lived up to it. He sucks. 3 days later, he blocked the field goal against the Rams. And let me tell you, the amount of people in my mentions that were like, he sucks, huh? And I did a whole video. I'm like, hey, I was wrong. Mea culpa, right? Like, let's own it. Because I was always big into like owning when you're wrong. And I was like, yeah, he picked a great time to shut me up. It was amazing timing by me. Birds win. They'll move to 8-2. Doesn't feel like it though. Feels like a gross win. They still have stuff to clean up. Very frustrating. Cam Jurgens left. Lane Johnson left. Not great, considering both players were – well, Cam Jurgens came back from an injury this week, and Lane Johnson was once again injured, same ankle. But, yeah, they got bailed out. They got bailed out by Dan Campbell. But, hey, look, before I hop off, and thank you, everybody, for joining and watching. It was fun. Before I hop off, you can't ignore the fact they've beaten the Rams – they've beaten the Packers. Now they've beaten the Lions. Like you've beaten the best in the NFC. You can't ignore that. So everybody on my YouTube chat, thank you so much. I do appreciate you guys hopping in. As always, my loyal crew of like 7 of you, but you're mighty. And then everybody on TikTok, I appreciate it. Again, last time I'll plug it. If you could just click the link in my bio, find the sports YouTube channel. Hit subscribe. I just need subscribers. You don't have to watch a thing. I'm going to, after this, do my post-game video of all my problems that you already heard about. So there's a video. You don't even need to watch it because you know what I'm going to say. But if you do that, if you can't find the link, because some people are like, oh, he doesn't have a link. I do. There's a link tree. But if you can't, just search Pat Egan on YouTube. It should pop up. I appreciate it. You guys are cool. Go Birds, and have a great night. Fuck Cheesecake Factory. General. Can you move, bud? Can you move? Can you move, bud? Forgot to go to end the YouTube stream. My dog is lying next to me at this point, and he's like dead to the world. All right. I'll end it now. You guys are cool.